recording.
Welcome back to Barely D&D, your sorta Dungeons and Dragons podcast. I am your resident bard here, Rowena Green Bottle, and we are back with episode 146.
It's impressive that you know that off the top of your head. I guess you're looking at your notes.
Yeah.
This is another installment of the Accidental Adventures. Welcome, everybody. I believe we're all here. Before we get started with our episode... Okay. Before we get started with our adventure and whatnot, I use it every session. Before we get started with our adventure and whatnot, our Letterder question for this week was suggested by Noah, the Lord of Maps. If your character were in a zombie apocalypse, what would their first...
What would they do first?
Yeah, what would they do first? That was the original question. Yes, if your character were in a zombie apocalypse, what would they do first? So, let's go with Jaci. What would Ro do, Jaci? Oh, unless Mika raised a hand.
Wait, what's the Letterder question? Well, I mean, who's the NPC?
Wait, what's the Letterder question?
What's the letter? You just spoke.
Hey, wait, what are we doing?
What is this?
Wait, what's my character's name?
No, who's the NPC? I'm sorry, is what I was trying to say.
Mr. Bellandra, what did you do?
She would just go be in a tower.
I kind of want to hear confirmation of that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take
Abby
over
went,
that.
yes, well, that's the reason I'm freaking asking, Jackie. Okay, Bellandra it is. So, Ro, what does Ro do in a zombie apocalypse? And then I promise we'll ask Craig, Micah.
Ro would...
Maybe we'll ask Craig.
Ro would stock a bunch of food and probably try to learn some necromancy magic. And then she would want to stay on the ship, I think. I think it would be a good idea to just be like, we stay on the Corvette, and if we need to go, we zap in and out. And then we winnow in and out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
goodness,
It's
you
not...
must stop.
I'm sorry. Okay, that's it. That's my time here. Goodbye.
All right. Craig, what are you doing first in a zombie apocalypse?
So, like Bellandra, he would find a tower, except he would have collected probably 1 million rocks. And he would, like, watch from a window, and anytime a zombie came at him with the level of strength of a giant, would hurl a rock at the head of the zombie and, like, completely smash it into pieces. And he would just have fun doing that all day, every day.
So Craig would be as strong as a giant. First, that's the first thing he would do, is he would become as strong as a giant. And then he would
also...
Importantly, he's not right now. Importantly. But he would
Importantly, he's almost there. But I mean, think about it. You have all day, every day, and you're just throwing
Actually, Craig,
rocks.
what's your strength?
Isn't it
emotional depth and empathy.
What's your strength?
+5, 20.
Okay. You are actually, importantly, 1 away from the strength of a hill giant. So
I'm just saying,
you
throw
are
some more
almost
rocks
as
and
you
I'm
are
there.
almost as strong as
Craig, just go work out a little bit more.
Yeah, just hurl some more rocks. So that's what he would do. And he'd probably trick people into getting him stuff, and then they would die in the process, and he'd be like, yeah, but I got that stuff.
What? Okay. And also I love that Jackie brought up that, like, well, Ro's in a really good spot because they're on this ship they can teleport to in the ocean. So they're actually really advantageous. And Craig's like, yeah, I'd go onto the land and find a tower. I like that Craig's like, first, I'm giving up my immediate advantage. Second, I'm grabbing a bunch of rocks. We all know they'll be in great scarcity in the zombie apocalypse. Anyway, Grabuelita. Or pause, it doesn't matter.
First things Grab would do. Grabby would make sure that her teammates are safe. And then I think that she would open a zombie greater restoration clinic and she would just try and greater restore the zombie. Like,
I love that.
Because the idea of a zombie apocalypse is that these zombies are like actively being infected. So you try and
yeah.
Like, it's not like
that's
they're like
true.
like I'm imagining it like they're not undead creatures, because I get you probably can't like fix that, but she would like, if possible, she would try and find a way to like heal people from being zombies.
Who are in the process of turning.
Yeah.
Zachary, this is an interesting question. I didn't really think about the different types of zombies until Abby asked that question, but I think there are probably two distinct types of zombies, right? Like there's one that's like infection based, where like of some kind of illness or medicinal thing is spreading, and then two, there's like someone raised a zombie from the dead, like a magic, like Shista like pulled up all these dead things, were like, hey, y'all are like magic zombies now, like you were a person, and then I just created you. So with this,
zombies they're a thing in D&D. Sorry, that was my whole thought. Please continue, Landon.
No, so I was like, so this is primarily like the sickness kind, like something is turning people into carnivorous.
This is a really interesting thought, because zombies are a thing in D&D. They are.
Yeah.
But like Landon pointed out, they're the classic zombie, which is just this came out of the ground. And zombies, as they have become much more popular in popular culture today, the modern zombie is all infection based, which is not D&D at all. So that, I mean, I imagine a zombie apocalypse would be much harder in a D&D world than our world, because
you'd have to raise all the bodies. It's not spreading on its own. It's all manual.
Oh, even if it's an infection zombie apocalypse, I imagine it'd be harder because one, it's not 8 billion people, so that makes it harder. And then two, I mean, the lower your population, the harder it is to have a zombie apocalypse. And then two, there's so many other magical things in the world to compete with them that, like, but Landon, it raises an interesting point. Like, I guess in this reality, it's a whole other so then commenting on the Gretta thing, clerics would be so important in an infection-based zombie apocalypse, because they could just, like, within a certain radius of a cleric, you could just stop the apocalypse in that area.
Yeah.
Except you can only do so much casting. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what's the first thing Bazz does in a zombie apocalypse? Unless other people had something to say. Sorry.
Gretta would set up a system where she would try and get together with all of these clerics and have them all like rotating, so that there's always like, they would be like sleeping and there would always be a cleric on duty. So like there'd be like a night shift. That's what she would do.
Mika, what denomination of zombie are you?
Make a clerical union against the zombie.
Oh, we need to have another third watch, because we haven't in a while, which is fine. That's its own topic. But I'm not here to shame us for that. Mika said the thing about what denomination of zombie are you, which is a good joke. Good job, Mika. Good joke sticker for you. And I just wanted to comment. We need to talk about all the comments in detail, but on episode 144 with the big combat, Jonathan commented, "We do bless and claim the plesiosaurs as Episcopalian at the Feast of St. Francis," after Landon called them Presbyterianosaurs or something, Presbyosaurs or something. So that was really funny, and I wanted to acknowledge that. But
it is funny. For a minute, I thought that like plesiosaurs were actually I'll text him. I'm confused by that.
They're not a part of the Presbyterian Church.
But he said the Episcopalian Church.
Yeah, it was a joke. That was because of the Episcopalian thing, and then someone went piss, and then you all laughed. That was. He also pointed out that you all first faced the Kuatoa before the live show. That's how long that's been coming back around.
Wow.
Bazz, what's the first thing Bazz is doing in a zombie apocalypse?
I feel like Bazz would settle down. He would probably become a more classic adventurer. He'd probably find like a route, and he'd just travel like on like probably one of the large continents, and just kind of travel from place to place, and just kind of be like the lone wanderer that kind of like shows up once every couple months and like helps with some random zombie related problem, and like heals people and fixes things and makes sure everything's loosely held together, like on the road.
I mean, a good time to be you guys, who are essentially each like a superhero. Like, you'd be the tag nabbit Jackie. I have a complicated relationship with zombies. They're dangerous, but I love their swagger. That's excellent. Bella Andra. Yeah, but a good time to be an adventurer because you're essentially like a superhero, so you'd probably be fine. Bella Andra. Weird choice of a DM NPC because yes, she would. You are correct. She would sit in her tower, and here it is confirmed for you. She would sit in her tower. That's what she would do. She'd be largely unaffected. Jackie, I can't hear you for some reason, and I feel like you're commenting on things. I don't know why I can't. Oh, you're muted. This is the way.
Yeah, I've been just talking and
what were you saying?
Muted. I don't even remember
so
now.
Confident.
I said, what would Tello do? Give us the second one real quick, but it's
Tello.
fine.
Stay on the frickin' boat is what Tello would do.
Yeah.
That's what Tello would do. He'd stay on the boat with Ro.
And I was over on the boat.
And I was over on the boat.
I was over on the boat.
Oh my goodness. The longevity of that joke has really surprised me. Did not think it was going to endure for as long as it has. And it surely has. All right. That's our letter to question. Now for the Yakta Tunnel Adventures. This is for the note-taking nerds. And also, this is your session-wide reminder. Please have out your dice and your notes if you're a note-taking nerd. I have burped. I am sorry. It happens to the best of us.
Not me. Not the worst of us.
Just taking negative things and making them positives and saying it's the best of us. I pooped my pants. It happens to the best of us. Micah can do the rock eyebrow. Kind of.
Whoa,
Oh,
let's
Micah,
go,
that's pretty
Micah.
good. Go, that feels great, Craig. They're becoming.
I'm just waiting for that to get me an interview one day.
An interview?
There's Hoffa.
Ask the right questions.
Oh, don't. I'm gonna fart noise in my mouth right this. Right? All right, for the note-taking nerds, episode 146, Scattered Pieces.
Oh, no.
Maybe it's scattered pieces in a really, really positive way. Level 13 adventure, 3488 PB, Sihadrond 21st. Jackie, do you want to race me to see what day of the week that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, she's
It's the 23rd, you said?
21st.
Wait.
Oh, no, I'm going to beat her.
No. It's a Mac.
Oh, I literally just pulled it up. It is on mech, so it is the beginning of the week. Also, that means you guys are halfway through the first month of winter.
Oh.
Something
getting
that
close
you
to
have
winter.
experienced very little because you have spent the entire first month of winter in the tropics. So, yeah. But anywho, we will begin our session. Let's go to... Okay. So, fungies. Is music playing? Is it working? Can you all hear it?
I can't, but maybe it's just me. There it is.
Okay. Fun guys. It is the day after the previous day, which was the day after. So it's 2 days after. No, because the other one was Stark in the morning. It is the day after the attack, the renewed assault by the Kuatoans. Just a reminder that you all are currently. I mean, you've moved a good distance, so you're fairly far north now of Sandoria, which means that you are, by assumed nature, also a fair distance north of Hashas, just northwest off of the coast, and quite some distance away. You're probably almost like 100 miles away from the northernmost point of that coast, which puts you some distance out from Zedge. And actually, coinciding well with our little comment about the date at the beginning, I want to point out how the weather has changed. So, still far north. You're about 500 miles south of Zedge right now. You don't have a clear and current pointed destination to which you are trying to arrive. Maybe 450. But in this neotropical climate, the change of the season is very different but palpable. While the weather is still a balmy 70 to 78 on a daily basis, precipitation has not fallen in weeks, and the sky has been cloudless since the magical storm over the Drowned Keep, which is to say that the sky has been essentially cloudless for like almost a month.
Yeah.
It's just that there was a magical storm in the middle of it because you guys went to the area. So the skies over Sandoria for the time that you have been here have not been very, have been almost cloudless. Like occasionally there's been some clouds, but very little. And then also it's worth pointing out that you all spent the second half of the last month of fall and part of the first month of winter in the Lost Lands, who have no seasons. So, you know, you have skipped the beginning of winter and the end of fall in a sense, in that you were briefly in a place that's like in an eternal summer and spring, and then you went to one of the most tropical places, or one of the more tropical places in the world, so you skipped that as well. Whoever wants, well, I'll tell you what, no. Whoever's proficient in nature can make a check for me. Which is really starting to, whenever I say whoever is proficient in, it's just starting to be the usual suspects.
Wait, are we all doing a check? Or is just one?
So the people who are proficient in nature
Okay.
can make a check.
Okay.
Are you guys getting audio feedback from your voices back to you or no?
A little bit.
A little?
I thought I did earlier, but
Every once in a while I hear it
Yeah,
from you,
just
but not
every
all
once
the
in a
time.
while.
Why does it not come through on recording? I don't care, as long as it's not coming through on recording.
I got a 29.
I got a 29 as well.
I got a 34.
Ooh,
Wait, no, actually, I got a 30.
I got big arms.
What's our per diem? It's a D4, correct?
Oh my goodness, yes. And
So I can
everyone-
technically add it and have like the highest roll ever.
Do you want to add your per diem to your check? To this
Should
stupid,
I?
stupid
Just-
check? You can if
just-
you want to.
Maybe I should just for funsies.
Add the
I'm gonna
stats,
do
girl.
it. I rolled a 4. So that's is
Stupid.
that a 38? That
Ow.
would be a 38.
Anyone
I
get a
have a
nat
plus-
20 on any of those rolls?
No, I got a 19 and then a plus 15 and then a plus 4. So it could have been a 39.
Hold on, now I have to write this.
Is this a group skill check?
Yeah, can we average this? No.
I love group skill check.
So this means so first of all, I'm starting to get confused why I have you guys roll checks. Do you know what the 3 highest rolls of the accidental adventures are now?
38, 34, and 36?
Great guess. 38,
Okay.
38, and 38.
Oh.
So first place, and there is no first place. It's all 3 of you. All 3 tied for first place. One is Bazz, who got a nature check with guidance with Bardic Inspiration. Gretta
Wow.
had a 38 from History and Bardic Inspiration. And Ro had a 38 from Nature, Guidance, and Per Diem. This is so dumb.
No, I didn't get guidance. I had no,
No,
guidance.
excuse me. Excuse me. That was from the previous note. Okay, well, with a 30, a 29, and a 38, first, the DM wonders whether or not he has you make checks for anything. And second, which makes sense, you're epic and powerful adventurers, you should become very good at things. But second of all 3 of you pass the DC 12 ability check. The DC 12 check. Holy crap, you gremlins. To know that Yalabrin's more equatorial countries do not experience the seasons that Craig, Gretta, Tello, and Ro know. Bazz, seasons altogether are kind of new for you. It's not a concept you were unaware of because you knew people in your association with the Deep Roots in Agba. You know, you were told about things, not everything, but certainly natural things about the world. So you have known about seasons much of your life. But you have only been experiencing season. You've been out of Agba for about a year. And you've experienced like a year of seasons. They're new to you. This is your first winter. And so you've hardly experienced any winter at all so far. It was a bit cooler when you arrived anyway. But obviously, Gretta, Ro, and Tello, all from parts of the world. All of you all are from the northern hemisphere, and then Tello is from north central, but an area with climate like that. So you all are accustomed to the seasons, but you all are aware through conversation and travel, certainly Ro through travel, the equatorial regions and the neotropical regions do not have seasons much as the others. And obviously that is information that does not mean a great deal to you all as players, bless you, Micah, because you're like, well, duh, Zach, thank you for making us do a check for that. But this is experientially news for your character. Ro is the individual who's done the most traveling here. So her time in Unsen saw less seasons than many others, but even Unsen has a fair amount of seasons. A fair experience of them. But even Gretta
Tim, I
and
have a
all...
question.
Yes.
Because I was in the southern hemisphere, are my seasons switched now?
No. Zillium is... No, the far southern and the far northern hemispheres have very similar seasons, both in Yalambren and on Earth.
Wait, but... No. Because in South America, it's Christmas. It's hot on Christmas.
Yes, because they are close to the equator.
Oh,
So it turns out that this is
Australia.
also a check for... This is a check for both Gretta and for Abby.
But I thought it was hot in Australia on Christmas.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so I guess this is a bit complicated. But like point being that like you get all the way into like Argentina and Chile, their seasons are actually a little bit more like ours. But it's actually quite complicated.
I know that.
But
I didn't know that. So okay, I'll just
because
go look
really,
the map, I guess.
really this conversation of seasons is less about northern and southern hemisphere and more, though that does play an element.
You answered my question. I would love to talk about this more.
The main thing is that it's about equatorial distance, but we're going to talk about this more. Anyway.
I would love to, because I'm confused.
Yes, well, we should talk about it more. Science is fun. But back to Yalambren. Gretta, where you are from in Zillium, there are seasons. They are more mild than the seasons that the Zedgy and Ro and the Bioston and Craig would know. But there are seasons nonetheless.
They kind of match, like, in...
They are very similar, yes.
Okay.
They don't line up perfectly, but they're quite similar. So you all are where... Sorry? Oh, that was just a sound clip. Instead, these more neotropical regions... Oh, and then last interesting note, Gretta. Hashas is very close to the middle of the world. But interestingly, just on the northern side of the High Crown Mountains, it has much more northern seasons. One of those examples of how Yalambren tends to reflect the seasons of Earth. But there are land masses in Yalambren that do not at all obey what their seasons should. The way that Jarsku just randomly sticks out in the north. And Hashas sticks out in the middle of the world. Areas where magic shapes the way that weather happens. So even though Hashas should technically be a very tropical nation or region, it is actually much more boreal.
Would Gretta know? I don't mean to get us too stuck on this, but would Gretta know that it's the weather there is because of the magic?
Yes.
As opposed to other places?
Would. She absolutely would.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
In fact, Gretta, why don't we interrupt an intro check with a check? Why don't you make me an Arcana check?
Okay.
But I will let you do that as I continue my little narration, and then we'll go back to what your check was. So you all know that instead, these neotropical and tropical regions, they have dry and wet seasons rather than warm and cold seasons, where temperatures go from warm to cool or hot to cool rather than, like hot to cold or warm to cold. And the main difference is just in the amount of precipitation. What did you get on your Arcana check, Grabby?
I got a 27.
Because why do I have you roll? Without rolling like a 1, when was the last time any of you rolled below 15? I don't know. But
Zachary, I would like to remind you that we tried 4 times at the end of last episode to figure out what a heart in a jar was, and we did not get above 20 for every single one, with my inspiration and a DM inspiration used.
And bardic inspiration.
And guidance. It was
bardic
rough.
inspiration.
Was rough.
Yeah, I think I was rolling like 2s and 7s.
That is a really good
So-
point Landon made, actually. I went back and looked at the rolls, and they were 9, 18, 8, 13, and 1. That was a really good rebuttal.
We're just really good at rolling really good when it's really
When it
not
does
that
not matter.
important.
Very true.
Yeah.
When it's not important, y'all
Weather.
crush it.
So don't get too discouraged.
Really good point. So anyway, yeah. So you all are experiencing that. It is dry and slightly cooler, but internally, your biological clocks, not your biological clocks, your biological clocks inside, Greta and Mika, and Mika's laughing so hard she can't breathe. Greta and Craig and Ro, you all have the weird. It's like taking a vacation in the middle of November in like Central America, where you're just like, I feel like I should be cold right now, and you're not. Oh my goodness, Micah's just dying. She's muted, but she's dying laughing at your biological crocs. Okay. Also, as a quick reminder, Greta, you are missing 50. You know what? I'm actually going to change the music a little bit. Greta, you are still missing 15 hit points. Your maximum is down 15 hit points. And you feel the things you feel from that dream. Yet another horrible biological loin cross. You still feel, you have had yet another terrible dream from a deeply powerful magical creature. This from a literal god. We do not need to start with Greta. We can start with everyone going about their day as usual. But I do want to point out, Greta, just I want you to know this for whenever your character wakes up. All day today, you have this feeling of unease near the water. Anytime you get right to the edge of the boat, right to the water, you just get this deep sense of foreboding, as if danger was in the ocean at large and really close to the edge. You just have that sensation.
Awful.
Otherwise, the party is doing their usual thing. It is another day on the poor bet. I mean, a day after a violent attack, but a day on the poor bet.
Greta is not doing her usual thing, because Greta spends a lot of time staring at the ocean and contemplating and sitting by the edge of the boat.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Greta is, I don't know, I guess, yeah. Experiencing seasickness for the first time, maybe?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the characters are free to do as they please. The crew is comporting themselves much as usual. Nom is very hard to find today. She's assuming that the mansion has not been cast. She's up in her tree. I mean, you guys know that she does this, and she is up there a lot of the time. But I mean, she spends a good deal of her time below deck or doing a duty below or upper deck. She's nowhere to be seen today, which is really saying something, because as we established last session or session before last, the tree is just grafted into the wall. You know, it's not a free standing tree down below deck. It's like a part of the wall. So those branches that grow up underneath the ceiling only come down like a foot, but in their gnarled mass, she has like hidden herself away. This is something that maybe Bazz hasn't observed, but Craig, Rowe, and Greta, you all remember this. The last time you got attacked on the ship, Nom hardly showed her face for 2 days. Very much a cat after you move. You know, she's nowhere to be seen. Bilfrey and Ploff are going about their usual duties and business. But even after all the magical healing yesterday, a lot of them are still wearing bandages to bind wounds, and there's a lot of wincing as they go about their physical duties, a lot of sucking in air with pain. Craig, they do skip the workout this morning. They do not work out because, you know, they feel like they almost died yesterday because they did.
One thing Bazz is doing, Bazz is going to start waking up early, kind of like how Craig and Ro have been doing to work out. But he is starting a project that he's going to be like researching on his own.
Okay.
And which we can talk about later. But he's up early. I don't want to jump in the moment, but when we get a chance, I'll expound on what that is. But
Well,
he's up early as well.
I have one last note, so keep that thought, Landon, because you can absolutely go next. Thank you for interjecting with that. The only other note to make about the start of today is that Nom's nowhere to be found. Bilfrey and Ploff are doing their thing, but with some pain. And Spagoober's he's just much less cheery than his usual self. He's there, he's doing his thing, but he is not bubbly today. He's at his post, Nonetheless, but he's sailing the ship at the moment, but he's just silent. That was the end of my intro. So Landon, take it away.
Bazz is not very. I never pictured him this way, but I don't think he's very attuned to how other people are feeling after a really rough encounter like that. And I feel like it's partly because he handles it his own way of trying to distract himself with other things rather than like sit still. But it causes him, like he wasn't like the primary like emotional caretaker for like Tello or Spagoober or even Nom. But right now, what he's doing is, and of course, if he sees like Bill for your plot, like needing to lift something, like he's right there helping do stuff. You know what I mean? Like practical things, like he will step in, and he's very aware of that kind of stuff. But he's up early because he has a theory that he is trying to figure out. He doesn't really know how to do it, but he believes he's noticed that there's a lack of radiance in druidic magics that exist right now. And after connecting with the Maker and going to the Westwood and like seeing Ogba, like I think he believes that the inherent like magic of nature is radiance, and that he is trying to figure out if he can feel it based on what he can't, but based on the interactions he's had in radiant environments and with the Maker, like feeling basically specifically the touch of the Maker in nature. Ultimately, his goal is he'd love to be able to like harness that and like develop a new spell or to figure out how to accentuate what he currently does. But that's what he's focusing on. And so right now he's probably just like, I don't know, like any pieces of any. I'm sure he has some kind of nature or something that's come along with him. Like he's just like staring at it probably and like feeling it and just trying to focus and meditate. Not really pray, but just consider and ponder and think. When you have like the start of an idea, but you're not really sure where to go or what to do, that's what he's sitting with on the boat.
Okay, well, Bazz, what you have done is a big oops, because now I don't care about any of the plans of what I had for right now, because that's big cool. So first I'm going to need you to take inspiration for making a choice so character-driven and world-connected. So please start by taking inspiration.
Thank you.
And then let's dig into that so much more. So on the ship, if you have woken up early to go up deck with your allies, where you're in the infinite blue sea of undulating glass, and the cyan sky above you is just open and stark and bright. There are all of those flowers growing up deck. Many of them missing after the conflict of yesterday, though the ones that are there, very alive and rejuvenated from Rose Old Song casting. You can witness all of them. You can be observing all of those plants in their natural way. There is, of course, your apiary, which you could let out with bees to interact with their environment. There is that bizarre tree below deck, which is very much a living tree. It's just a tree in the wall. So, and then lastly, you still have your bonsai goodberry, which is essentially a part of everyone's breakfast every day. So which of those objects would you be interacting with?
Okay. So sorry. Help me with my hamster brain. I have the boat, which is made of wood, the tree, which is made of tree, and the bonsai tree, which is also made of tree.
The flowers, which are made of flour.
And the flowers, which are made of flowers. I think
all-purpose or cake?
here's what I don't. Bazz would probably not know where to start. He'd probably spend a little bit of time with each. He would probably start with one of the flowers in his hair, and then kind of feel like, well, I don't think this is really a plant. This is more like me. But I think trying more to attune to what the divine sense of it is, because I know that it's a part of that. Like this has that, even if it's not the same. Like basically attuning himself to that common denominator. And then he'd probably go to the bonsai tree because it's the most separated from him, I feel like the boat isn't alive anymore, and I feel like that nature of being alive, he would think at this point is somehow connected to it. So he would go to the bonsai tree after.
Okay. Could you describe to me, as he's below or up deck, wherever he's taken the bonsai tree, the berries already have been plucked, and it's also just, people eat different things on the boat. There are limited access to rations, but I mean, you guys are very wealthy and taking quite a bit of effort and resource when you resupply at different places. So there is some variety. But man, if there's one staple around here, it's the bonsai. Half a quit. It's the bonsai berry jam, essentially, that you guys came up with forever ago. That it's just constantly being applied to the hardtack, and whatever is being added to the hardtack. So after the mini berries have been plucked and people have eaten, as you sit there with the potted goodberry bonsai, what does it look like as you interact with it? Does it involve the roots that you can grow? How does it involve your magics? What does it look like as Bazz investigates this magical relationship?
I think he's sitting with it knowing that he's not going to learn anything, and I'd be very surprised if he did. I really don't think he's going to get anything right now, but I think he's like coming up with this idea as he's sitting with it, and probably like takes one of the berries and like squishes it and like tries to like taste it and just like slowly and just just really rudimentary type of like observations to like feel or connect to some piece of the maker in nature, or to see if it's there. Or even like what kind of nature would have a stronger, rudimentary connection to that, because I'm sure that, something that like when, like if like Christians, like when God created the world, like lemons weren't there. Like lemons did not exist when God created the world, right? So kind of like that thing. Like, I don't know, like trying to find something more primal.
What's a more original?
Yeah, like something original. So I think he knows that he doesn't have anything like that, but he's just trying to see some glimpse or echo of like radiance in nature, to see if he's even close to something.
Now what you've done is interrupted the thing that you interrupted my thing with a thing that's even more interesting to me. Because I know that lemons weren't an original plant species. So now I need to hear about that after session.
Yeah.
I'm gonna control myself and keep myself focused on DMing, but Landon, please tell me about that after session because I really want to know about that now. But anywho, okay, I know I've asked you to do a lot of describing. I'm gonna ask you to do one more.
Okay.
Because I'm really into this investigation you're doing with your character right now, I would like you to describe for me exactly what it is that Bazz is trying to learn. And I know you're like, now, you can also be honest with the fact that you're like, no, Zach, I said what I said. He doesn't even know exactly what it is he's trying to learn. I want to formulate checks around this, not things that are just made now and done, but a pattern, to come of this. So describe for me what is it that Bazz is investigating? Também, Mamo, lembra que seu pode se você quer, mas yes, we do. Sua picanha está no microwave. Okay, you guys were Landon, what is it that he's
Zach, do we have like some kind of like symbol of the maker burned onto us since switching our subclass? Am I misremembering that?
Well, Ro has one or two.
Borrow mine if he wants.
I would
And
probably
Gretta
try to
has
borrow somebody's and like just like rub the good berries on it, or I don't know,
But
like
what
hold it
about-
on things.
Would Bazz feel inclined as a near approaching archdruid? I mean, as someone approaching archdruidism, and possibly who would be the only archdruid of the first flame in the world at the moment, would you like to try and create a symbol of the maker?
Yes, I would like to do that. Can I do it with like plant growth or something?
Please describe that for me, and as you describe that, give me an Arcana check.
I take one of the low branches of the tree below deck, and I kind of like take it, and as I cast plant growth, almost like pull a piece off of it, like Laffy Taffy, and then I just kind of like twirl it and like form it with my hands, like lead the branches and kind of like almost like multi-twine, like a spiral as it creates the concentric circles.
Sick description. Bazz, as you reach up to the branch and go to pull the piece away, the tree very much responds to you. And as you pull it away, it's like you go to like break the wood to rip it. And when you go to grab the branch, the tendrilless vines that can grow out of your skin and your fingers like grow into the branch in a very green way as sort of like new tissue merging with it. And where you don't need to apply a lot of force, it's like the xylem tissue of the branch, those hard lignin fibrous plant cells just pull away at your ply. It's like they come away like paper. And where they come away, it's like the plant sews itself up behind it. And where that tissue regrows and scars new, as you pull the branch away, as you go to shape it, the wood is like pliable in your hands. And it really does bend like a heated metal or a taffy like you described. And every single time you go to touch a part, your roots embed themselves in its fabric. And as you pull your hand away, it's like the roots pull themselves out. And as you go to finish your structure and your design, as you make that symbol of the maker entirely out of wood, there are sort of these grooved there are these sort of grooved like track patterns from the roots within it. And what did you get on your Arcana check, Bazz?
Let me roll. I didn't realize I was rolling Arcana.
That's okay.
Oof. I'm gonna burn my inspiration.
Okay.
Oof. It's not good. This is gonna be a long process.
Okay.
Bazz rolled a 10.
Okay. Bazz, you successfully craft a wooden symbol of the maker, but it is not currently magical. But you have one. You have the symbol.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Okay.
He puts it in his pocket. I'm going to add that to my inventory. Unmagical symbol of the maker.
So, what was that thing again that you were exactly trying to divine from your investigation? Or are you like, no, we're still in the phase of he doesn't even really know what it is he's asking. He's just starting the process of searching.
I think he's just starting the process of searching. I really don't think he's going to be able to make any meaningful connections or declarations. I think he's probably going to have to learn a bit more as well. But I think the idea is there. Now he's fascinated by it.
Okay, cool. So what did you? So now, as you do the symbol first, and then you sit down and apply the symbol to your investigation of the bonsai, and you put your roots in the soil and you connect with it and you feel its pulse. Interestingly, Bazz, very, 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 very slightly, you do feel that like thrum, that pulse in the most you can just barely feel a vibration through a wall kind of way of that energy you felt from the roots of that like sort of that like world
Yes.
root system you felt.
That's
from
exactly what I think that's what has awoken it in him, is that connection where he like reached into the tree and where he touched like the floating diamond, like things where he's like encountered it in like such a like cellular altering way. I feel like he's searching for that feeling and looking for that connection, because I feel like if he's not as attuned to that as it's kind of like burned into him now, like that like that is part of him, like he knows.
And so Bazz, you very slightly you feel the faintest echo of that thrum, like just like there's a moment even where you're like, ooh, do I really feel it, or am I just, is it placebo? But you feel like you're feeling it a little bit. In association with that, could you give me a nature and an arcana check? And I'm not necessarily telling you what it's for. You're not going to know any fruits of it in the moment, but pardon the pun.
Nature
and arcana
is 26. Arcana is also not good again. 6. 14 actually, not that bad.
Okay. Okay, Bazz, could you put somewhere on your sheet, or your digital sheet, or make a note of it, however you want to do it, could you record nature checks and arcana checks, 2 little points or details or whatever, and then put 1 out of 10 and 0 out of 10. 1 out of 10 for nature, 0 out of 10 for arcana.
Okay.
And then we'll come back to that at a later time.
Nature, 1 out of 10.
Arcana, 0 out of 10.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, excellent. Rowan, Craig, that was awesome, Landon. Thank you. That was super fun. Thank you for engaging with your character and the world like that. That was really cool. Rowan, Craig, did you morning workout this morning?
Did we go on our workout?
Oh, Micah,
Yeah.
you are almost inaudible. What's going on with that? Do you have a mic?
Do you remember
I remember
Our
nothing,
issue-
but now I can hear you clearly and well, so it
Do
doesn't
you
matter.
remember nothing?
we found out that using Discord doesn't work with my
Oh.
microphone on the app,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
with Google the
Well,
quality's
for
better.
whatever you've suddenly done, now I hear you very well.
I pick up laptop. But basically, I think that because it's just Ro, because didn't you say Wilfrey and Ploth are gonna
Yeah,
be?
they have skipped the workout.
Yeah, so it's just me and Ro, right? Can I do some like teach her how to do like deadlifts and stuff, but like with things that we have, like more things that I would need to teach her form on, and like I'd kind of use it as like a training session to teach her like, hey, this is stuff that we also like doing, but we just know how to do it, and you haven't had that teaching.
Sure.
And it's
sure.
like more
That's valid.
coaching.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Use it like a coaching session. Absolutely. Formal powerlifting has not been currently invented at this time in history. So deadlifting is not necessarily what you're doing.
Why is there
But you can
sexism in your made-up
absolutely be
world?
teaching her fundamentals of strength. And yeah, so Craig, with like, let's say, like the things you and Bill Free and Ploff use, a great deal of calisthenics, because that's something people are doing a lot of at this point in history. But you all have gotten one of the main things you guys work out with on the ship are you have these sort of essentially chunks of slag. In port, Bill Free and Ploff used some of their earnings to buy ruined metal works from blacksmith shops. They are unevenly shaped, and they are not always the easiest to hold. Sharp or broken areas have been wrapped in rough burlap so that they're more handleable, but you essentially have different metal chunks that are different weights that are used for movements and exercise. You have one that's like roughly 20 pounds, and then another that's roughly 40, 50, and then another that's roughly 60, 70, and then one that's more than 100. And they're all different sizes, and they're very different shapes. One of them is like a ruined weapon, and another one is like a ruined like metal breastplate cuirass that was sort of like bent together and just thrown in with something else. So you all have these metal chunks you can lift with that could be used to like press or to squat or to curl or stuff like that. And then you also have barrels, and sometimes they take barrels from below deck and do movements with those. Absolutely, what does it look like as you instruct Ro with these?
When the mansion's up, we use the training room and like different sacks of stuff that's in there, but I didn't put the training room up, the mansion this morning.
It's all good. I think I might just... I don't know. I don't think it's that interesting, because I think that she's pretty, like, good at what she does now. Like, I think she's almost on the same page, but it's just more like... Oh my gosh! Okay, I'm gonna roleplay as Craig. Ro, can I teach you how to spar and how to, like, strategically fight?
I mean, we've been in battle together for a few times, but yeah, we can.
No, but this is like, it's different because this one they're not trying to kill you, so it's more like an art form than it's more like, can I please wrestle with you? Can I please just take you down? And under the title of, I mean, yes, I'll teach you.
Okay. Okay. Maybe don't wear your armor, because I'm
last time I wasn't wearing my
weaker
armor, we
than
got
you.
attacked and I couldn't put it on.
Okay.
Just saying. Just saying.
Sure.
Okay,
I feel like this is a bad idea I'm agreeing to, but okay.
And now we're going to make a thing out of this. So there are warm-ups. Craig, you demonstrate some moves. You demonstrate like what good strikes look like. Basic, like this is what like a sidekick. This is what a punch is. This is how to elbow. Now you guys aren't striking, you're wrestling, but you give some of those basics. You emphasize the importance of like feet at shoulder width and like low centers of gravity and hip rotation. And then you demonstrate some basic throws. You get into like kind of some grappling. After you all have done some warm-up exercises and there's been stretching and there's been like maybe a good hour of sort of moving through the basics, you guys have some light wrestling. The crew it's less fun than it usually is. It's less, let's see, is this the one I'm looking for? I think so, yeah. It's less jovial, like Spagoober. In the past where he has had a jovial response to your training, like, oh, look at how skilled you guys and how fun you are. There's a somberness as he watches you all, as he understands its application now. It's mortal importance. Bill Free and Ploff similarly watch on with less like investment and fun wagering and more like steady understanding. Tello as well. But you all have a couple rounds of wrestling. So, would you two roll me initiative?
Okay.
The players can still have fun, even if the characters need to be serious.
Oh wow,
Look
that's
at me.
more than I'd ever get. I think that's the best I've ever rolled in initiative. That's a 19.
Wow, bro. Jackie's rolls so far this session are a 38 and a 19. Oh my goodness, your first roll is double your second. Anyway.
Look at me.
Craig?
Don't look at me.
Oh.
Don't look at it.
What'd you roll, Micah? Don't look at me.
Don't look at it.
Hold on, I can't find the exact piece that I need. There it is. Okay. You can hear them because they're metal, but it sucks when there's a bunch of dice around them.
Mm.
That's cocked.
What'd you get, buddy?
I got a 4. What? My
yeah.
dex is
It's a
a
5,
5.
right? Okay. Craig, as you set up your first sort
I
of
do
like
it on
training
purpose.
round with Ro in wrestling, you square up and you go to sort of engage for the first time, and Ro just moves a lot quicker than you expect her to, both as she's been improving physically, and then also like she's just a lot more into it than you thought she was gonna be. So Ro, with the first move, how do you attempt to wrestle Craig?
I don't know. I don't know
Well,
what I'm
here you are.
doing.
So
How
oops,
do
what are
you
you doing?
wrestle? How do you wrestle?
You gotta wrestle, girl.
Okay, but I'm not like, okay, I don't have weapons.
Episode 146, wrestling.
Okay, I go for, because, well, Ro's not too much shorter than Craig, is she? But I go for his legs to try to make him go, boop.
Okay, you shoot the legs.
Yeah.
Give me roll to hit and just add your athletics modifier.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
That's
on my
a,
armor.
okay, well, I got a nat 20.
Ooh.
But because of my athletics, it's -2, so it's an 18.
Yikers, Craig, you're going down.
Okay, Craig, you square up to wrestle with Ro, and she just shoots the hips. She just dives for the hips and grabs. Which, quite frankly, no matter how you react to this, Craig, wow, she was really listening. Yes, what's up, Craig?
What? Okay, my question is, doesn't have to pass my AC?
No, now you're gonna give me an opposed athletics check. Because this
hard.
isn't, she's not striking you. This is like about, can she physically overcome you? So now it gets very hard for her. But who knows? Maybe you'll roll that.
Maybe I caught you by surprise.
Post athletics.
What'd you get, Mickle Jiggle? What'd you get?
So that's just like regular athletics, right?
Yeah, as opposed to
Just
super
regular.
athletics, yeah.
Okay. Well, I got a 27, so.
Okay. Well, so, Ro,
Yeah.
you hold. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Flavor? Can I flavor?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. So I was taken a little back by how like quick she moved towards me, but I think it was I could tell what she was gonna do, and so I just jump. I just jump.
That's
Ro,
funny.
you shoot the hips incredibly quickly, and it catches Craig off guard. And you have the jump on him, and as you're sailing forward, he's like barely reacted, and you're like, "Ooh, I've got him." But you telegraphed it a little bit, and Craig, I mean, he is a dense, solid object, and he is much more powerful than quick. But legs are a form of power, and as you shoot the hips low, Craig just vaults upward, and he barely skims you, but you just whoop under his legs, and he boom, back down on you. Craig, it's your turn. What do you do?
Am I like on? Like, did I fall on top of her?
No.
No.
Nor did you fall with her in a headlock, nor did she dive off the side of the ship. But she has dove past you and missed you, and you are now landed. What are you doing?
I'm going
Is
to.
she prone? Did she land on her stomach?
You know what? Fun question. Dexterity saving throw, Ro.
I'm so sorry, Jackie.
Oh, Jackie, you
fine.
just
I
got
don't care.
kicker. You forgot the homework.
No, I don't care.
Oh, how the turns table.
That's 19.
19. No. And in fact, Ro, would you be comfortable saying? I mean, I don't want to flavor this. Well, what is no, you. What does it look like as you do not just fall over from your missed tackle?
Well, I'd say when Craig jumped, and I would say maybe I did kind of like hit the ground, but then she just rolled out of it and stood
Excellent.
back up. Yeah.
As the terribly dexterous individual she is, she does a full somersault and then just stands back up into it. Craig, it's your turn. What are you doing?
So I am going to rush at her. And there's a move that I learned from like my dad and his work where like you have one
you're real
hand
bad. I was like, oh,
on
is this
the
Craig?
Craig's dead.
I learned from my dad, you know, in rock stuff. He just loves attacking rocks. Like one hand on the shoulder, and then you take the arm and you like put it to their back, like their like hand, and you put it on the back, and then you like push them forward toward like they have to go
A
down.
chicken wing. Yes. Okay.
Chicken
yeah.
wing.
A very effective and real thing. Roll the hit for me
Heard.
and add your athletics.
22.
I mean, really, these should all be unproficient, unarmed strikes, but I think this makes more sense and is more fun. So, Ro, I very much assumed that hits. So, Ro, give me an opposed athletics check. We're running this combat a little differently for this.
Yeah, that's a 5.
Oh, well, it was fun while it lasted. Craig, you do the thing you said you do, but what does it look like as you kind of just manhandle Ro in the process?
Well, I'm gonna say that I did that, like I did the chicken wing, but I think somehow I'm gonna twirl her, and then I'm just gonna throw her to the ground.
You can. Yeah, if when you grab her arm and you rotate, when you grab her shoulder and you rotate the arm, if you like lean her into that elbow, people go where that joint goes. And so, Ro, as you pop up out of your barrel roll and you go to spin around, Craig is just already on you, and you're like, oh, faster than I thought it'd be. And he just grabs you by a shoulder, and you go to pull away. You're quicker than him, but you just don't go anywhere. That big meaty hand and that arm are so strong, you go to pull away, and you're like, and he grabs you, like, you see it all coming. You just cannot stop it. And as he pins your arm behind you, he just spins you and just tosses you.
No, it's like a twirl, like it's a genuine twirl.
Okay,
like
never
an
mind. With
unconsented,
your arm
like,
pinned behind your
princess
back, you're
twirl.
led in a very graceful dance move.
And then I take her down.
And then you get slammed to the floor. Take a point of bludgeoning, Ro.
Okay.
And then what do you do? Having just been
So
thrown.
wait, where am I? I'm thrown
You've
on
been
the ground.
to the ground in front of Craig, and Tello let out a little. Ooh.
I'm gonna as I get thrown to the ground, like as it's happening, can I say I just for fun, because this is silly anyways, Ro's gonna touch her disguise self tattoo and make herself look like Craig, so that he's now attacking himself.
Absolutely. As Ro thuds to the ground, touches her
gosh.
tattoo, mutters, and then Craig, it's you. Only slightly shorter.
What? What?
Doing anything else, Ro, or are you just looking like Craig?
Am I allowed to do anything else?
Yes,
Right.
because
Okay,
this
'cause,
is
yeah,
informal combat, and
Yeah, that's what I
I
figured.
want more to happen.
So she's gonna take a running jump at Craig.
Well, you're
And-
laying down on the ground, but absolutely.
Oh, I am. Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get up.
Bite his
Absolutely.
ankles. Bite his ankles.
DM, I cast.
I'm gonna get up and I don't know what to do.
Punch him. Sorry. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
No more children.
Can I don't know. Can I jump on his back?
From his front? Sure.
No.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
Run
Absolutely.
around him. Run around
Yeah.
him. And jump on his back and cover his eye.
Absolutely. Roll the hit and add your athletics modifier. Actually, on this one, I'm gonna say roll the hit and add your dex modifier.
Okay. Oh no! Burning my inspiration
Good. Using it when it matters.
on this really important roll. Oh, that it only went up one. Okay, I'm adding my dex.
I'm gonna change the title of this session for sure.
What about acrobatics? Can I use acrobatics?
Were this acrobatic? You certainly could.
Okay, so it's a 9.
Okay, a 9. For the note-taking nerds, I have already changed the title of the session. Desultory Days is what it's been retitled to, because this doesn't make any sense. With a 9, Craig Rowe pops back up looking like you, and then just in front of you tries to run around you to the back and kind of leaps at you. You just turn. You just turn where you're standing, but she never really gets all the way around you. And she tries to jump at some point, but just kind of slaps your face. Yeah, Craig, what's up?
Can I just... I grapple her and hug.
Give me a roll to grapple check for me. Roll to hit with your athletics. This isn't how this will work in real combat, but this is fun.
18.
18. You grab her, and you just wrap her up in a hug and
I just
row.
hug her really tight, and I'm just like spinning her around, and like the kind of spinning that makes you dizzy.
Row. Combat is very much over as you are just wrapped up in a hug, and Craig wraps it up just about as gently as he could. That combat ends.
Oh, I hit you.
While we're at it, so that was the kind of goofy version of how you guys are letting off some steam today, and learning some practical skills. Row
remains Craig for the rest of the
day.
allotted time of her
for the
tattoo.
hour,
Yeah.
Okay, so there's just 2 Craigs for a while. One of them very clearly a little more Craig than the other Craig. Reg or Crow, would you roll a roll? How long has it been? It's been a bit. Roll 2d8 for me.
2d8. What?
What?
So that's 10.
10 more hours of your
Okay.
workouts throughout the morning. What are you at now?
I am at 167.
Okay, what are you trying to get to?
I have here as 322.
Okay.
I want to say that sometime, whether it was before this or after this, Ro does try to have Spagoober work with some like navigation with her. She's doing it more so for Spagoober's sake to try to like get his mind off of anything. She's just really like, she's asking like a lot of questions. She's like really just trying to get him to focus on navigation and navigation only, like something that she knows that he knows a lot about to get his mind off of what happened yesterday.
Absolutely. That seems to be helping quite a bit. Are you still tracking your navigation hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll 2d12 for that for me. And then also, I've just realized that I haven't been counting any of your time in combat as athletic training, and I think it does count. So roll your 2d12 and then roll. My dad made me pickling a steak, and I ate it with whiskey before I started DMing today, so I'm just in a very good mood. Roll 2d12 for your navigation stuff, and then roll a d100 for me.
Okay.
Just in a good mood.
I'm at 158 and a half hours. I don't know where the half came from,
Well,
but I'm at 158 and a half hours out of 250 for navigation.
Okay.
And then you
So
said roll a D100?
D100, and then we'll go to somebody else. Nope. Jaci keeps her dice on the ground, it turns out.
No, I just dropped like 3,000 things. What is it when it's double zeros on the one?
0.
Double zeros is 0?
Mhm.
And 1 0 is 10, right?
Yeah, so you get 10.
Okay, no, so I have double zeros and a 5, so that's just 5?
Bummer. Add 5 more onto your workout hours. Come on,
That
you're
could
counting.
have been 100, and I rolled
Would have gotten 100, you got
5.
5. But if you were a cleric, that would have been divine intervention, which you're not. And then you talk to Spagoober, and it seems to help him a bit. Anyone else for this morning? Greta, what are you up to in the day? Oh, and you're muted. This is the way.
Those are guys. I'm gonna say that Greta has she probably woke up like really late, like later than normal for her. And she's just moving like very slowly. She probably watched while Craig and Ro had their tussle. I think that she has maybe like she watched for a little bit, but I think like while they were training, she probably roped in Tello to try and like, you know, when like you're not feeling great, but like you want to do something, but you're not like quite up to doing it by yourself. So you just like, but it's not like a 2-person activity. You just kind of want someone to watch you do something. She probably like roped in Tello to watch her like fumble to like help her fumble through trying to figure out how to pronounce some celestial words. So she's probably just sitting there. I imagine her sitting there and like Tello maybe halfway doing something else while she's just like struggling through looking at the celestial book, just like struggling through the pronunciation and just like not feeling great, but trying to do something to make her feel better and keep her
Absolutely.
mind off.
And you and Ro are in your period of Celestial where things are still very grammatical. So that is absolutely the sort of practice that can be done that way. Why don't you guys roll me over the course of this day? Both of you guys roll me. I was taking the higher of the way you two roll? Yes. But each of you roll me a d4 for the amount of hours practice for Celestial today. And then I haven't asked you in a while. I guess we're doing a little character maintenance right now. I haven't asked you in a while, so I'm also going to ask you about Unsinian in a second, Greta.
I rolled a 2, so.
Okay.
I got a 1.
So you guys both gained 2 hours of Celestial.
What were you at, Abby?
Let me check. I think I
I was-
keep tracking it on my.
I had mine down as 86, I think, but I don't know if that's correct.
I keep track of it in my OneNote, I think. But I should move that. I had. How much did you have?
86?
I had 87.
Okay.
So
We're at 89. Well, see, I hadn't updated it in a while. I had to go back to my old sheet. So my guess is that we had one more. Yeah, so we're at 89.
yeah. I'm gonna make a section
Go ahead and roll me.
I'm gonna make a section in my fungus management.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So.
For your Unsinian practice, because I haven't asked you in forever, but you are constantly speaking with Tello when you're at the place where you can. Go ahead and roll me 66.
Yeah.
Because you've had quite a bit of time.
That's a
I know we'll do
2,
something more group focused.
3, 9, 66.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 16, 20.
20. Add 20 hours of Unsinian on. What are you at?
234.
Wow. What are you trying to work out of?
What?
What's your total? What are you 234 out of?
Let me check. I don't know why.
For Celestial, I don't know if it's different. Are they different?
I think they're the same.
Because for Celestial, 337 hours equals fluent is what I have. So, don't know if that's the same for the Insignian.
And really, 1,000, 5,000 hours is probably much more realistic to fluency in real life, but I'm not going to keep track of that. So we're using smaller numbers. Well, I'll let you figure that out later. At some point,
Sorry.
as you all... No, it's okay. I'm not... Sorry, I didn't mean that sassy. As you all carry on your day, at some point, Spagoober asks you all... Hey everyone, just while we're together eating a little bit of lunch, where do you want us sailing right now? What is the current objective?
Don't even
Is
know.
posed to the group at large.
Sure.
That's a good question, guys.
That is a good question.
I mean, right now we're on course for Zedge, which we could just go back to, but I mean, otherwise, is there a place you want to? I mean, I know you guys do a lot of your departing, a lot of your conjuring to other places nowadays, so I understand if you're doing that, but is there a place you want the vessel headed right now? Anything you would like us to be pursuing?
Are we indebted to anyone?
Well,
So
we
many
need the-
people. So many.
Why don't we go on vacation?
We need to
I'm
kill
being
Lost
serious. Like,
We
why
could
don't
go
we
to
just
a
go take a
beach.
break? Like, let's go take a group vacation.
It has been a long time since the boat has been somewhere nice. Like they've been on this boat
Yeah.
for a long.
Well, I mean,
Spagoober, where
not to,
does the 1% dock at?
not to be that person, but I did like create an entire mansion for everyone to hang out in. But you know, no, that's no big deal either.
Tello just leans over and goes, "It is a very good mansion." We
Thank
love
you,
it."
Very
Tello.
nice.
Thank
There
you.
is a real big lack of beach, though, I will say, for a vacation spot.
Tello just goes,
I could make a sand pit in one of the rooms next time.
And I bet it would be great.
Okay.
Bet it would be great.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm taking your beehive away next time, balls.
Boz squatted down to Rose level for that one. Spagoober
In
sort
a
of
very
like-
brother-sister type of way.
Yeah. touches his
Um,
finger to his lip and he goes, I mean, Home Cove has one of the more famous beaches, but we've been there quite a bit.
Yeah, we're
Um,
also kind of.
Yeah, we can't go back there for the rest of our lives, actually.
Speaking of being wanted, have we considered
Yes.
poking
You
the
still
bear a
have to
bit?
kill Lost.
Yeah, we do still have to
Gonna
kill
poke the bear?
Loshla.
Oh, you're right. Let's go start to figure out how to do that. Um,
Spagoober gets a really concerned look on his face and he goes, so I'm sailing for Kavk or?
no, I think we should position the ship somewhere that if we need to evac, we should be very safe to do so. What about Zedge?
But what if? Okay,
I like Zedge.
okay, hold
I
on,
like
Okay,
hold
we're sailing
on.
to Zedge now. That works out good.
Wait,
Okay.
what if we went somewhere nice where you guys could vacation while we
Zedge is nice this time of year. It's very cold.
zap out and do a little general hunting while you guys can relax.
Well, okay. I mean, by the way I do the math, if we sail for Zedge now, actually, you guys do some roleplay conversation while I give you an exact number.
All right. Guys, I worry that if we go try to fight Loshla, we will die.
Maybe.
But I'm down to try, you know.
Well,
There is
okay,
no
I have a
I in
question.
kill Loshla. We actually know there
Bazz,
is. Sorry, my bad.
Bazz, I have a question, and this is
Yes.
a genuine question.
And I have an answer. A genuine answer.
I'm not being funny or silly at this point. I know I have been before, and we've had arguments over this, but in your I don't know, opinion, and I guess this is a question for all of you. Who do you think is going to be easier to kill or fight if we had to? Loshla or Meescore?
I'm not answering this because
Why?
I don't think you all will believe that I will give an honest answer. But
I
I
do
am
believe-
very
no,
interested to hear your
Bazz.
point of views.
No, Bazz, I really want. I'm serious. That's why
Okay,
I said
okay,
I'm
okay,
not being.
okay.
I'm not being silly. I'm not. I genuinely believe that you'll give me an honest answer. I'm not. I want your opinion.
Bazz takes a minute and he like thinks, like he genuinely spends just a second thinking about it. And then he looks back at her and says, I honestly don't know what we will be facing when we go to fight, if we go to fight Loshla. To a degree that it's like a big question mark for me.
Yeah.
I feel like she would just be a harder fight because of who she is. But a bit, I don't know,
I think
a
it's
straightforward one. I feel like she would have some curveballs, but I feel like she would be like a straightforward fight.
I feel like it depends on what playing field we get her on, you know?
Yeah, if we could get her
Yeah, we'd have to
alone.
plan that.
If we
If
could get
take
her
out-
alone, yeah.
Yeah, we got to
But-
draw her out somehow.
Maybe we should
She
do
has
like a snipe, you know? Like, can any of you guys shoot magic from like 300 feet away?
Any
and
of
just-
you guys have a sniper rifle?
If I was a warlock with some crazy warlock blast, they can do 300 feet, no big deal. Eldritch Blast, like Eldritch Spear, holy cow. With Searing Blast, like you can snipe people from a 300 feet
A
away.
little bit of
Not
blood
being
is running
joking.
down Boss's nose, and the wind just comes by and goes, "Oh, Michael, that's very large."
So yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I think I
'Cause,
don't really.
you know.
I don't know. Why do you
How
ask
long
this
do we ha-
question?
Well, I'm just asking because those are like kind of two things that we kind of maybe need to take care of. One of the things we are contractually obliged to take care of
That's right.
by
How long,
when?
how
by
long
when?
left
Like
do we
a
have?
month?
By the end of the year, right? We have like a month left to do it.
Yeah, I think we have like a month left. I mean, we
Crap.
could try
I mean,
and
what happens if
figure
we
out-
don't? Like, what happens if we don't? Like, what was the thing?
What?
Let me pull it up.
What?
We just promised to do it,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, we did. I did promise.
Yeah.
The Fungi have accepted a contract from Jupiter Yazlan to hunt down and kill General Anir Lashla by the end of the year in exchange for 20,000 gold, a contract signed in blood.
Yeah, it's a blood contract.
Apparently, that's the only way you guys. And if I remember correctly,
And
she did
what
not
was
require it,
the-
and then you all enthusiastically volunteered blood.
I don't remember doing that.
I do.
Yeah, me neither.
And what was it said? What happened if we didn't do it?
I mean, she threatened
implied?
you all
Okay,
with her
yeah.
power, with
That's what I thought.
as an individual, and
Yeah.
with her rank and esteem within Good Charlotte's faction of the Brass Company. But I mean, you are also a fairly powerful entity at this point in the world.
Yeah.
Your group, so you all could wager that. I mean, it's not that she's not necessarily a threat to you, but you are a very powerful, highly mobile group. So
Yeah.
you could wager that it'd really be about the loss rather than
Yeah.
it'd really be about losing the carrot rather than necessarily
Mhm.
enduring the stick.
I mean, I think we should still kill her. Just because I think taking out another finger of Kef would be a good thing for everyone involved. In my professional opinion, says Ro.
Thank you for specifying which character is your character.
You're
It's
very
possible?
welcome.
I mean, so we've decided we don't know if it's possible to kill.
Well,
we just
Very
we just don't
quick,
know.
very quick interjection from Spagoober as you
Mhm.
all talk. Spagoober says, okay, so I've been looking at the map, and I think maybe the South's Edge is not a bad idea, because we're about 83 days away. So by the time I get there, it'd be early spring, so it'd be kind of nice weather.
okay.
Sounds like a good place to go. Is that a
Wait.
place that y'all would want to like hang out? Or
Pilfrey and
a little
Ploff nod, and Spagoober goes, I mean, it's one of the better places I think we could go. We're very allied there. It's
Yeah.
very safe. Makes sense to me.
How many more months do we have until it's the end of the year?
One.
How many more months do we have until it's the end of the year?
No, I think it's one.
One.
Oh, they
He
said what?
Actually, I'll tell you what, Craig, give me, and Craig just knows this, but because it's fun, give me a DC 2 intelligence check.
Can
And it's just fun.
I have a question?
14 plus. Um, 13.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to read that. Craig, in the world you live in, you know that the last 2 months of the year are Sihadront and then Sibikal. Sibikal is the last month of the year, and it is next month. So
that
you all are
wouldn't
in
work.
virtually November.
So that wouldn't work. To go to
Why wouldn't it work?
Zedge
Why wouldn't it work?
in the spring.
Spring is next year. Right now is winter.
No, it would take that long to get there, Craig.
Yeah. Wait, what I'm wondering is how would we kill Loshla?
No, we
we're not gonna
teleport.
take
We
time
would
to kill
teleport
Loshla.
to wherever she is. Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
sending the Boaz there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm back
Okay.
at the helm now. It's back to you guys talking.
I do have. Do you okay? My question for the DM is what is Loshla? Is she like what is her race? Like
Give
what
me-
does she look like?
Loshla.
Do I not know? From looking?
I thought she was.
Oh, I forgot about that time you looked at her. When have you looked at her?
Loshla? Sing a song to
When have you
her.
seen her?
We performed for her.
When I sang a little song for her and then ran from her in a
Yeah.
castle.
They found Greta's magic cloak and we almost got
Sorry.
boo-booed.
Look, guys.
That
Look,
was
guys.
so sassy.
2 campaigns. You guys are on
But guys,
episode
I'm so
146.
Sorry.
The Warriors of the Well are on episode 230. That's a combined almost 400 episodes of DMing. It's a soup up there, man. Yes, you do remember that was stupid. You're right.
I'm so sorry
Um,
for being that sassy.
Well, it was also a remarkably stupid thing I said. She is drow. You know that she is a
That's
drow.
what I thought.
That was a very dumb thing I said. She is a drow
Okay.
woman.
I know this, but can I guess this is kind of being meta, but does Ro know that if drow elves sleep or not?
Well, I want to stop and celebrate that really quickly. That's awesome. Greta has officially reached fluency.
Oh my
in-
Whoa!
Let's
So,
fucking
Greta-
go.
Could you go to the languages section of your character sheet and just write Unsinian? Because you're just fluent in Unsinian now.
That is so
wow.
happy.
All of that hard work paid off.
Yes. And
All
I
it took
did
was 13
add
levels.
some. Oh wow, so happy. I
How
have
many
it down at the
languages do you
bottom.
speak now?
This is like basic. Now I get to move it up. I added sidebar. I added the rules that I have notated to the MISC page of the fungi inventory management. Zach, if you want to later
Okay.
check my work, feel free, or add more wording. But so happy, so exciting. Greta now speaks Common, Primordial, Gnomish, Sylvan, High Kefkin, Sandorian, and Unsinian.
You speak 6 languages. That's crazy.
Wow.
I got
Seven.
High
Hefkin.
7.
Oh, I took a
A feat.
I took a feat. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, when did this happen? Did I blink out?
Ro, give me a nature check on
Okay.
the physical characteristics of Elvenkin.
That's a 19.
Like it's a bad roll. Oh my
Well, no, here's the
Privileged
thing.
little
I rolled a 4. And that's why I was like, oh, and then I remembered.
Oh no, Dungeon Master, I touched a dirty 19. My roll was under 20. I don't like it. Send it back. Put it on a silver platter.
I didn't get 100% on my test. I got a 99.
My
I was-
controller stinks.
I was the
Um,
kid in school that cried when they got a B, but you know.
Me too.
What? No. With a 19, you are aware that Elvenkin, including Drow, are they do not need to sleep a full night. They only need to sleep 4 hours. So because
Yeah.
the makers of D&D sat down years ago and went,
Yeah.
I don't know about a lot about elves, but I know they're better than everyone else. And they proceeded to make sure in every edition that they were a little better than everyone else. So yes, Lasha does not need to sleep 8 hours. She sleeps 4 hours.
So Ro thinks through all of this in her head. Excuse me.
Okay.
And she says, she pulls out her songbook and she's like, I don't know how much this would help us because of who Loshla is, but to do some scouting beforehand or recon or whatever, I have this spell that I've had for a while, but I haven't really used it. And she pulls out her spell book, and in her mom's handwriting is the dream spell. And she's like,
Fascinating.
I don't know. It would definitely be interesting, and it would be risky, but
Not risque.
but I could possibly try to get into her mind while she's sleeping. If she's sleeping, I would just have to know when she's sleeping, which would be a hard thing to figure out. But
that would be good to like scare her. But
well, it
don't-
could possibly do some damage too,
That's true.
and to spy on her, try to
That's
get
true. I
some
just feel about
information.
giving her like a warning,
Yeah.
and then like it's better if she doesn't know that we're.
I could also
We literally just kicked the hornet's nest.
I could
and
also,
I'm
though-
sure she's all over it because she works with Viscit. So
I could also though just
true.
disguise myself
That's true.
within the dream, and she could figure out who it is, but with the amulet and everything else, she may not know where the source is coming from.
remember on the street when Greta turned into herself, and everybody realized it was Greta, and you were still disguised. Like you didn't look like Ro.
Yes, balls.
And
it
you
was
approached
just a few
Greta,
days ago,
And you were like, "Oh my goodness, are you okay, ma'am?" And it was like kind of weird, like you didn't look like yourself, but everyone knew something was up. That's what I'm worried about happening again.
Okay, but also that was in the middle of a crowd, and I was worried about Greta, and this I would prepare for. But like I would make sure I was ready before I went into her mind or whatever.
I'm reading the player's handbook, not ignoring you all. Please keep playing.
Yeah.
I just didn't want you guys to think I was looking
Yeah.
away and ignoring you.
I could literally appear as like her worst nightmare to her.
I'm gonna
That's
read
true.
the spell for everybody.
Yeah.
It's a minute casting time. The duration is 8 hours. The spell shapes a creature's dreams. Choose a creature known to you as a target of the spell. The creature must be on the same plane of existence as you. Creatures that don't sleep, such as elves, can be contacted by the spell, except that, and my DMing, elves don't not sleep. That's so stupid. They just sleep less because
Yeah.
I can't be ever surprised. I'm an elf. Shut up.
so they sleep 4 hours instead of 8. It's still an immense bonus.
Yeah.
You or willing creature you touch enters a trance state acting as a messenger. While in this trance, the messenger is aware of his or her surroundings, but can't take actions or move. If the target is asleep, the messenger appears in the target's dreams and can converse with the target as long as it remains asleep through the duration of the spell. The messenger can also shape the environment of the dream, creating landscapes, objects, and other images. The messenger can emerge from the trance at any time, ending the effects of the spell early. The target recalls the dream perfectly upon waking. If the target is awake when you cast the spell, the messenger knows it and can either end the trance and the spell, or wait for the target to fall asleep, at which point the messenger appears in the dream. So if you do it while they're awake, it just happens later when they're asleep.
Yeah.
You can make the messenger appear monstrous and terrifying to the target. If you do, the messenger can deliver a message of no more than 10 words, and then the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, echoes of the phantasmal monstrosity spawn a nightmare that lasts the duration of the target's sleep. Wow, that's a long time. It prevents the target from gaining any benefit from that rest. In addition,
Wow.
when the target wakes up, it takes 3d6 psychic damage. If you have a body part, lock of hair, or clipping from a nail or similar portion of
Gross.
the target's body, the target makes a saving throw with disadvantage.
Yeah, let me just go clip my enemy's nails real quick.
You just
Sorry.
bite them
That
off
might
with
be-
your own mouth.
Yeah. So
that might be
okay,
to do like the night before we attack her.
that's what I
Because
was thinking,
She could be
Greta.
damaged, and
Yeah.
I mean, we don't. She's probably not like fighting every day, but if you don't
could be
sleep, you get
exhausted.
exhaustion, right? Zach?
Yeah.
Were you asking me? Yes. Sorry. Yes.
So
Okay.
so like as we're reading this and all, Rose like, yeah, like we could definitely weaken her before we knocked down
Yeah.
her door.
But the thing is, like, how do we get her? Because I don't want to fight her like in the castle or wherever. I don't want to fight her like when she's surrounded by allies.
Mhm.
That's like
Yeah, like her army.
Yeah, and she's typically surrounded by. I started the spiel over there for a second. Sorry, I got hit in the head yesterday. She's typically with an army, or how does that work? Are people always with her?
No.
or-
Can I do a
She
history
probably
check
has generals and stuff.
yeah,
Um,
and
or rumors check?
I will say the two Empire kids, Ro and Craig, can give me strategy checks if they want
Okay.
to know
Strat-
this about the Captain
Yeah.
Military's proceedings as people who came from those nations. It's not a low DC because knowing exactly how the generals do stuff is not easy, but it's also there's a lot of rumor about it, so it can be common knowledge.
Stratted.
That
That's
is
a
gonna be an
19.
18.
let's go,
Bro.
guys.
I swear, if you sound disappointed by one more 19, I'm just picking.
I did it. I did it on purpose
you-
to mess with you.
Well, it worked. Craig, what did you get?
I got an 18.
Thank you. I blacked out after another player went, oh, a 19. All I saw was red. With an 18 and a 19, you all are aware that as a general of the Kefkin military, Lashla typically has, and with, you know what, with that level of success, I'll go a bit further, typically has 3 duties, so to speak. She has her role as throne steward, which is to go in and oversee the prefects and the individuals who are in charge of the kingdoms she conquers as a part of the empire. This is the least important of her 3 roles, but one. Oh my God. Okay, fascinating. All right, I can't wait to talk about that during break. That's amazing. I can't wait. So the least part of her job, a political one, basically to just kick in the door and go, "Hey, y'all doing anything stupid? Do I need to kill anybody? No? Okay." Her secondary job is to lead armies, which is, you know, the main part of her job. That's the main thing she does, is she's a general. She takes huge Kefkin armies around the world and does things with them. Most recently, all of you were aware, in 3487, she toppled Yazlan. No, never mind, it was years ago. Anyway, her most recent achievement, actually almost a decade ago, was toppling Yazlan.
Dang,
That
what has she
lasted
done?
50 years.
Yeah, what's she been doing?
So,
No, just kidding.
since then, you're not exactly sure what her military movements have been, but in that way, she is often surrounded by an entire army. And then the third kind of thing she can be doing is strategizing, working with other generals and commanders, and thinking and planning, and then being in communion with the emperor and, like, you know, strategizing with him and learning from him and all that with Asgon. So the other piece I will say you're aware of with an 18 and 19, which both pass, is that a general is never without certain portions. So you also know that the generals operate differently. Obviously, Dolgoth was his own weird, freaky, deaky thing. And then Undaloth is also kind of different. He's like... well, actually, I will say... Craig or Ro, are you proficient in history?
Proficient in
No.
history. But
No,
I'm proficient
okay,
in
so we won't worry
rumors.
about that. You know Undaloth's different. You don't know how. But Kisk, when he was in the Empire, and then Lashla and Vashnazan all have similar roles in that they lead armies. And so in that way, those 3 generals always have at least one of their lieutenants by their side. You all witnessed with Vashnazan, he had that swath of Wasgo ogres who were always with him. Lashla did not have her lieutenant with her at the dinner, so clearly sometimes she's without her lieutenants, but you're aware that they often have lieutenants with them. And then captains are often left in charge of forces and so on. So, if they are doing what they're doing the majority of their time, leaving their army, an army is always nearby them to some extent, and then all of their officers are with them. If they are doing their political or their strategic role, there is a chance some of their officers are or are not with them. And that's the likelihood or proximity of them to other Kefkin forces. But you are willing to bet that the odds of catching a Kefkin general without a bunch of other Kefkins with them is probably pretty low. And really, Dolgoth's kind of probably, like that, though he was so terribly dangerous, that encounter with him, where it's like, it's just Dolgoth and the dudes he brought with him, pretty standalone. Because that's not the way all the other Kefkins operate. I will let you all go back to strategy.
Would we be able to grab her, you think, you guys, and take her somewhere else?
Oh,
Like kidnap her?
Yeah,
would they be able to track
Exactly.
us?
maybe. That's why I'm asking. I mean, I can't teleport her. It has to be a willing creature. With teleportation, but
That spell would be the most powerful spell in the game if it wasn't.
yeah.
If you could teleport anybody, that would be interesting.
I mean, we could fly her though. If we like knocked her out and then flew her an hour away somewhere.
Dude, we could just drop her at that point.
Yeah, then we could just drop her off a mountain and it'd be done. I mean, it's definitely a risk. Okay, one more question, DM, for a check. What was the last thing, I guess, would this be a rumors check or something, of what was the last thing we heard about where Lashla was? Do we know?
You have not?
Okay.
So, months ago,
Yeah.
almost a year ago, she was in Narskana. She was in Telthanom
Yeah.
with you. You know that. But that was all the way back when you were in Telthanom, so.
Yeah. I mean, could any of us somehow scry on her or
I was just, yeah.
prank call her? We prank called Viscate. We could prank call her.
I think I'm going to. Do we still have the necklace that prevents people from scrying on us?
Yeah, I'm
We're
wearing
always
it.
wearing it.
Always.
And attuned
yeah.
to it, right?
Yeah, I'm always attuned to it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
So
go.
as
in
long
that
as
case-
you're within 10 or 20 feet of me, I think then
Something
you're
like that.
Gucci. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to.
Okay.
Oh.
That is going to be a bonus action.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's the best artist on the?
On the ship, probably whichever of you is proficient in artistry, if any.
I'm not.
Okay. Well. Oh, it's Greta, obviously.
Oh yeah, it is
Probably,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. Greta is going to. We don't have any like things from Lachla, right?
Losh.
No.
Lachla.
You didn't pick any
Awesome.
up in the Kefkin gift shop.
Okay.
Dang it.
Greta, may I ask for what reason you need a visual representation of Lashla?
Just looking, it says in the connection, if you have a likeness or picture, it's -2. And I don't quite understand what that means, but I think I want to have a likeness or picture.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, Greta, you're in the. I see what
Is
you're
that
saying.
is knowledge?
Because you
different
guys are
from
you guys are first hand, but then if you have a likeness or picture, it goes to -2.
A negative.
So I'd rather just do first hand.
Yeah.
No,
So,
-2
but
to them, to their save.
Oh.
You don't roll, they roll. So likeness or picture is better. Yeah, Greta, try and make a sketch of. I mean, you've seen her. Try and recall clearly the benefits and use some of your paper and your charcoal to sketch Lashla for yourself to focus on. Go ahead and give me an artistry check.
Can I assist
so-
by using my keen mind to recall things for Greta?
Oh, okay, so here's the thing. When you started the sentence, "Can I assist?" I was like, Jackie, how could you possibly assisting? And then you said what you said.
Can I use my keyboard to do this thing that my feature does?
Can I use my feature to do what my feature does?
No, hold on. Let's get specific about Keen Mind.
Oh no.
Because actually, come to think of it, I don't think you can.
Silly that like in a month it's just like, oh, I don't remember anything from
Well,
that.
the
Like I
idea-
remember everything really specifically, but then I don't remember it at all.
The idea is not that it just drops out of your
That's
mind
the
after a month.
magic.
So much is that like within that month-ish, it's like crystal clear.
Yeah.
And then outside of a month, it becomes, not.
Fuzzy
Perfect.
wuzzy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
so
listening.
I don't
and
think
it
it just falls out of the back of your head. Now you guys can bardically inspire and guide and all that crap.
Okay.
I have
I'll do
I have
that.
a question.
Yes. What's up?
Totally okay if not. But can I add my proficiency to this role since Greta does a lot of practice sketching and she sketches faces a lot? I mean, she sketches Walter's face a lot.
I
which
would
is one
say
face, so.
no. And here's the thing.
Okay.
It's not that it's like, no, you're not proficient. I would say you're not proficient yet. You know what I mean? It's like,
Okay.
like I would say like an artist, someone who does this full time is proficient. So I would say Greta is certainly on her way to being so, but I don't know that it's a large enough part. Compared to the other things she's proficient in, I don't know if it quite qualifies.
Zach, I'm just wondering, did the steak and bourbon come out of your system, or like, what? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Everything
No,
you're
and I didn't say
saying,
it's dark chocolate, so I'm still feeling
It
pretty
makes
merry.
sense.
Okay?
it makes sense. It's all good.
Hey, I got
It
a
makes sense.
math. 23.
23. Wow. She didn't even take any of the bonuses. Greta's rolls are 29, 27, and 23. Holy crap. Greta, you pull out a sketch that, yeah, that's really pretty good. It's a little abstract of detail, but in a way that focuses your mind very well. And so, like to say that it's not quite realism, but man, in a vague sense, is it not an excellent sketch? And so, you know what, Abby? You're a little rabid stat gremlin. You can put this down in your character sheet. Anytime you're trying to make a sketch of a person, you can add half of your proficiency bonus. Rounded,
Or do I round up or down? Down? We round
Rounded
down, right?
rounded down.
Round down.
Yeah. You may add half of your proficiency bonus if you want to record that. Anytime you're making a sketch
So-
of a person.
A sketch of a person.
Actually, no, a sketch, because that was your whole
She
thing. Was that
does-
you want to run the landscape sketching things and animals and plants. Yeah, anytime you're sketching, you can add half your proficiency bonus. Okay. Greta, with an accurate rendering and likeness and having firsthand knowledge, she has at a -2 on a save.
Okay, hold on. I just want to make sure I'm not getting myself in it. Because I always. Wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how you in return. Blah, 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 blah.
I know the song that I'm about to use for this, and I'm so glad I made it. It's such. I really feel like it was the missing hole in our musical lexicon for the campaign. Very pleased
Zach,
with it.
I was so close to putting on like our D&D music to like listen to while I read. I feel like that would be a cool thing because people do that.
That would be
People
cool.
make
yeah.
like playlists and all for books, and I was like, what if I put on our D&D music for
Ooh,
when I'm reading like a fantasy novel? That would be
that's
kind
a
of.
fun concept, Jackie.
I might try it sometime.
Well,
It's just,
I mean,
you know.
sometimes I study to the music that we have from our sessions.
Yeah, I do that. I just wonder, like, I feel like I'd have to like change the music up, like if things get like battle-y, I should switch
Yeah.
it to a battle
Well,
theme.
I have different playlists for that. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's very fun. Greta, are you casting Scry?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
This is the first time I've ever cast this.
Really?
Wow, is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rose has been the only person to scry thus far.
I haven't scryed.
Who's
Boz
scried
has.
from this group?
Boz.
Me, I have.
Boz
Yeah.
has been doing all the scrying.
I can't.
That's
I
right.
can only dream.
It's a druid. It's a druid, cleric, wizard, warlock thing.
Mhm.
Man, this game has a lot of details in it.
Oh wait, you can do bard. It says classes bard. What?
Oh, okay. So it's almost everybody.
Didn't know that. Okay. Sorry.
Well, it might just be that you were like, well, 2 other people can do it. I'm not wasting a spot on it.
Yeah.
All right, so Greta, could you describe what it looks like as you take some time to take out the crystalline orb you all got from the Hag Cave in Zedge, and attempt to scry on one of the Kefkin generals, Anir Lashla?
Yes. So Greta successfully, or she thinks she's like pretty happy with the sketch that she's made of Lashla. I have a
Lachlan.
coworker named Lachlan.
Lachlan.
No, I have a
She pulls out
coworker
her
named
sketch of
Lachlan,
baklava.
and she's not
Yeah.
evil. She's very nice. I pull out I'm like pretty satisfied of the sketch that I made of Lachla. And so I like I tear that out of my notebook or whatever I wrote it on, and I kind of put it to the side. And then she starts over and she like does it again. And she does it like 2 or 3 more times, just to like a lot of her, she's like just casting in like this meditative way. And then after she's got like 2 or 3 like just quick sketches, she pulls out the orb and she sets it in front of her and she kind of like arranges the sketches. And then she is sitting like cross-legged with the orb in front of her, and she's like leaned over, and with one hand she's like looking into the orb, but like while she's doing that she's like sketching on her like another Lashla face, and she's just like staring into it while she's like, or she's not sketching a new one, she's tracing like the chin and the nose. She's like tracing over again the lines that she's already drawn. So she's just kind of like tracing it and tracing the curves of her face as she like focuses and oh, and can I say that like once as the spell like kicks in, the face like that she's drawn, like the in Greta's mind, the lead like lifts off of the page.
Oh.
And like or her eyes are open, and like the page, it lifts off of the page and like kind of floats and like slowly morphs into like the vision that she sees.
I mean, no, that's a crazy level of overreach on the spell. Except that you're a 13th level cleric of Ioun. I mean, you're reaching arch cleric.
Wait, I'm
Archpriest
confused on how
territory?
I was just flavor.
No, I know. What I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
No to anybody else. Yes to you. And what I mean that, like, your vision's clear. You get the full vision. I'm going to say 13th level near Archpriest. What's your title with your...
Curator.
Yes, near Archpriest, curator of the Temple of Ioun, the Lady of the Knowing Mistress. I will say that as Greta has, as she's like almost trompe l'oeil, just going back and repeating the pattern of her face, and like as the charcoal is just getting so like embedded on the page and darkened, and one hand is on the scrying orb, and she sits there muttering with her eyes closed, and the ethereal wisps of magic, so pale thin green that you almost can't see them, start to wrap around both the orb and the page. As you all sit there and watch with rapt attention, you watch as like the charcoal begins to like sort of sublimate and float off the page, and you all start seeing a very abstract, only like shades of grayscale rendering of what Greta's seeing in full color in her mind.
I do want to be clear, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to do it just for Greta's mind and not for everyone else, but that is so cool, and I'm very happy that that's what happened.
Okay, sorry about the misinterpretation. Glad it
No,
came
no. I appreciate the misinterpretation. That is awesome.
Okay, sick. Oops. Okay. Saving throw? Wisdom?
Oh, yes, wisdom.
What's your spell
And
save?
she has a -2, I believe, if I'm interpreting it
You are
right.
correct. You are correct. What is your spell save?
Open. Sorry. 17.
17. Okay, I'm rolling the dice tower. Okay. All right. How interesting. What an interesting time to scry on her. Greta, as you look through your
Did I
vision.
hear that? I'm so upset.
No, of course not.
Okay,
As you
I
look
thought
through your
I thought
vision
that was something that she
and
heard. Oh my
your
god.
image melts. No, you remember that's not her voice. And your image melts away, and the big mic pops out of the deck, goes ha, and pokes you in the eyes. As your world melts away, a new vision resolves before you, and the vision is. Let's see. If you all can't hear the music, I recommend turning it up. I'm not trying to pat my own back, but it goes really well with this.
I will turn it up.
The new vision that resolves before you is bright. It is bright for many things. It is bright from the bright white sky, trimmed with a hedge of pale gray clouds at its rim. Within the span of the vision, bless you, Micah, you see no landscape, because all the world around there is the bright blue above, and then the gray wisp of foam cloud at its edge, and in this sort of bowl of bright blue sky, within it, all the world is hemmed in by a wall of stone, a great wall, a massive wall. I will say the tallest wall you have ever seen.
No.
You're having a hard time estimating its height from this distance of your perspective, because remember, scrying is centered on a person. And so this is all at the fuzzy periphery of your vision. But General Anir Lashla is standing in an open space. And so you have this like slight perspective on what's further away from her. And there is this massive wall, so quite some distance away, in what is otherwise an immense stone courtyard. And not a courtyard so much as like an entirely open municipal district. Its size is so vast. The best comparison I could make for you is the way that when you were in Tel Thanam, there was an inner ring, which was the ring of the palace, the innermost ring of the city. And Gretta, as you perceive, well, I'll describe it a little more and then give some context. So you see that immense space. She is the singular individual in your vision. But many others are in the vision with her. She stands in her full plate armor, her deep, high Kefkin, double forged magical plate. It's dark, metallic blue, almost black, the way that they have that super dark blue metal, the Kefkin iron, where it's just barely blue. And the bright winter sun day is gleaming off of her armor. And you can see she is not, Anir Lashla is not a gorgeous person. She is not beautiful. She is just striking. Perhaps someone would find her fetching, perhaps they would not, but she is just structured. Her face is very squared, her cheeks very high. Again, not necessarily in a beautiful way, but certainly in a sharp way, in a harsh way. Her thin nose is looking over a script of paper in front of her, a large, broad sheet of a papyrus mixed paper plated onto a wooden board, which is being held at either side by metal handles by two different soldiers. And she is looking over what seems to be a schematic of something. Her silver gray hair is tied very tightly into this single powerful braid behind her, which is in iron clasps. At her side, her brilliant metal sword, a shield over her back. She doesn't seem to be in a place where she would need to fight, but from where she is, you can tell that she seems a person who's never not ready, so to speak.
That's so good for us.
And where she stands, you can see that she's surrounded by a litany of individuals. There are two soldiers in front of her holding whatever this thing is she's looking at. There is at her side an individual you do not recognize. Gretta, Craig and Roe, you all can give me rumors checks as I describe this individual, both being Empire kids. But at her side is a blue... No, excuse me. No one give me a check. Everyone knows this individual. You all know this individual as Lashla's closest lieutenant, whom you met when you were in Telthanon meeting with the king. This is the Dragonborn woman who was in the throne room with you, who was watching over King Ewan at the time. If I remember correctly, if I am wrong, then retcon it to what I said in the past. But if I remember correctly, I believe she is a blue Dragonborn. Just huge. 6 foot something, just a wall of muscle encased in sheets of iron, and she has that immense great axe on her back. And she's stroking the downward jutting spikes from her broad mandibled toothed chin, just stroking it, looking over the sheet with her. And she and Lashla are speaking quietly. Thank you, Jaci.
Can I hear what they're saying?
Well, we'll come to that in a moment. I promise.
Okay.
But a valid question. And they are looking over this schematic, muttering with each other. And you can see vaguely in the distance, in her periphery, just sort of like masses of iron. Clearly, regiments of soldiers are moving by in either direction. She is very much in the middle of a massive force of people, a huge population of them who all appear to be in Kefkin iron moving by. People are moving expeditiously. You notice from what you can see, give me a perception check, actually. Just within this vision.
That is a.
And you really should have been bardically inspired before this, but you live in your loins.
This really is a per captain cat.
Oh, it is a per captain gag.
For the first.
For the first.
A dirty 20.
Forever. Dirty 20. That's pretty good. Pretty good for a mortal person. So you, as you look around the space, you're getting, though your vision is focused on Lashla, you're able to see a fair amount around her. And you can see that she is surrounded by soldiers, but very few of them are carrying weapons. I mean, they are armed. Weapons are at their side, but very few are carrying weapons in their hands. The majority are carrying things, objects. Stone. Many of them are pushing carts with great portions of metal in them, wood, beaming, bracing, construction materials. It appears they are at a site where something is being worked on in some way. Something edificial, something structured. There's some sort of architecture here. I may have made that word up, but edifice is a word, and I've decided I will say edificial. If it's not a word in the English language, then I dunk on them, and they should add it. But I would like to presume that perhaps it is. Thank you for the rocket. It's just Jaci, that really did something for me. And the other thing, before I get into the exact details of what you might perceive from there, Greta, that you can see is that so there's this great stone space open. There's some landscaping at distance, some plants, ones that you don't recognize, many wizened and harsh, great areas of bark, and none of them seeded with any green or flowers right now, though it is winter in Kefk. And you know, no, you're not from the Earth and Bloom. Okay, well, there are wooden plants in this great court space at distances within the stonework. But what is in front of her, what she's facing as she looks at this schematic, is a building of scale which you have never witnessed. You are looking at what appears to be the base of a great circular building. And it stretches on for great distance. Whatever this building is, it appears to be larger than the Telethian Palace.
The whole palace or the thing that's enclosed?
The whole palace.
Like the whole circle?
For a moment, no. That is within an entire section of the city. But like the palace itself, that immense structure.
Yeah. Wow.
The largest building, larger than you'd ever fathomed. This appears to be larger. And for a moment, you mistake it for another great wall before you realize that it is one massive circular building. And you presume it might even be a tower because it goes up. But it's simply your vision is not up. It's kind of down at her. So you just lose it at some point in the vision. Would you give me a rumors check, Greta? I would.
It'd be a 24.
Okay. Excellent.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing. You perceive immediately that this must be the Kefkin Palace. And with a 24, what you have heard from multiple sources is that the Kefkin Palace is 3 concentric rings. The city, the Kefkin capital. And actually, why don't you give me a concurrent history check?
History check. Okay.
We're getting out of hand real fast here with the checks. Why aren't these in here?
Ding.
These weren't in here.
Okay.
These should-
Okay. Can I can't cast guidance on myself right now, can I?
No.
Because I'm currently, that is a 25.
Okay. Well, it was much lower than that in DC, so give me a moment.
Okay.
Somebody else do some narrating or conversation or something while I look up something really quickly.
They
Ro
still
is
see. Go
playing
ahead.
Sorry, I found it really fast.
I'm just kidding.
So, that was misleading of me because I found it really quickly. Oh, that was bad. I just knocked a bunch of stuff over. The Thrash is the Kefkin capital. Thrash. 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 Within the Kefkin capital, the city is 3 concentric rings, because the symbol of the empire is 2 concentric rings. So there's like the outer wall and then 2 rings within it. And within that primary ring, which you must be looking at now, there is the palace, and the palace is 3 concentric rings, 2 great layers, and then a central spire. So you are aware that the palace is an immense. The building is larger than some hamlets in the world.
Wow. Yeah.
Like there are towns in West Texas, the circumference of which is the circumference of this building. And there is like a great central base layer, and then another layer on top of it, which is essentially like another great palace on top of it, just one great cylinder. And then in the center is this great spired tower. Itself the highest building in the world. You've heard many varying descriptions of how high it is. And so this last part of the rumors check, with a 25, you might be able to know its exact height. But from the 24, you've heard many different estimations, some outlandishly impossible, some even, but the most conservative of all of them you've heard have put that central tower upon the other layers at least 500 feet in height, at least 50 stories high.
Wow.
In the ancient, in the,
Is
the
it? Can
medieval
I see? I can't see it, right?
You can see none of this. This is all what you've heard. You just see that
Okay.
base great layer of the building.
That's crazy.
You see the many immense
Wow.
stepways leading up into it. So you put together that Anir Lashla is in Thrash, in the very center of the capital. She is before the palace now. Now, with a 20 on your perception check, you can hear her.
Awesome.
And she is not speaking. She is rubbing her chin, listening, as is her lieutenant. In front of her are there is someone who is not a soldier. They are dressed in a rather fine tabard, and they are they are recounting some sort of details to her. And next to Lashla is standing a very old person, a very old elven man, who is in deep, deep gray robes with very dark blue accents trimming them. They look clearly arcane. And with the checks you've gotten on the last couple, I will just give this to you. You are aware that this is... Well, actually, no. Give me another history check. Well, you can know right off the
History
bat...
or rumors?
History. You can know right off the bat that this is a member of the Iron Cauldron, the wing of the Kefkin Empire, which is their... They have a portion of their... I mean, they are a military government, but they have a portion of their military which is nothing but their magical division. It is the magical branch of their military. And it is basically an entire university, what is now the largest academic arcane institution in the world, sadly, devoted to nothing but the production of mostly wizards and clerics in the service of the Empire. And it has grown larger than the Vashtan Institute of Magic. And with that history check, what'd you get?
I got a 18.
Okay. You do not know a great deal about the hierarchy of the Iron Cauldron, but you are aware that within there's the Iron Cauldron, There's the iron tome, the iron press, and the iron press is the highest rank, is the highest section, the most central section of the iron cauldron. But you are not aware of what the higher members of that order are called. But you'd be willing to bet this is a fairly high-ranking individual. And so, what you are hearing.
Is this where I forget her name, but the sorcerer that we captured from Dolgoth, she was part of the Iron Cauldron, right?
Was a member of the Iron Cauldron. Yes.
Yeah, Caladra.
And whoever this individual, he is, this very old elven man, is also listening, along with Lashla and her lieutenant. So the two guards are holding the schematic, and with your 20, you can see that the schematic is a schematic of a portion of a building, and that portion of the building is circular. You put together, this is probably a layer of the tower somewhere in the palace.
Okay. So is this are they looking at the construction of the outside, or is this designs for the inside?
Now give me another perception check to try and see the schematic in front of her.
Oh, that's a natural one.
With so much focus, Craig,
I
as
was
you look
listening
at the
too
vision that
hard.
Greta's looking in, you accidentally lean forward and just bump her, and Greta's vision kind of flutters for a bit before it goes back to seeing clearly. Or perhaps Craig farts and Greta gets a whiff, whichever it may be. That made Michael laugh, so we'll go with that one. So Craig, as you're watching Greta carefully, in a vague sort of distant, echoey, through the realms, you just hear, and it throws you for a minute as you give a little, and you sort of miss what the schematic is, but you can tell vaguely it's circular, and it's of a level or a room or something, and they're all talking, and you can hear that the finely robed individual who is not the caster among them, who is speaking to Lashla and to the lieutenant and to the wizard for the Empire, is just rattling off measurements and details, and he's going, or actually she's like a late middle-aged woman, and she is just saying, now the distance to the door is a significant factor. You have at least 30 feet in between there and here, but we think we would be able to offset this by the radial inlay. We have not received all of the foreign materials yet. We are expecting them in from Yazlan within the week, but we already have a team putting down the primarily ground and superheated layers here. Lord Diamond, this would be in your hands to begin your enchanting process. Obviously not my expertise, but your schematics were clear, and the engravers are doing their work well. We do not mean for this to displace any of the position of the dais before the throne, but this should not interfere with any of the structure of the room. Now, the reinforcement from lower layers will take time, and she's going on it's details about the design of the building and how it's interacting with something they're making, and she's just very much in the middle of this tirade, and that's what you're perceiving. This conversation goes on for some time, and finally, Lashla there's no response. She's just nodding quietly, listening, and whoever this woman is, she finishes up her portion. And then it's at this time that the person she referred to as Lord Diamond, whatever's going on with that, responds, just as she finishes, he's this elven man, and elves do not grow beards typically. He must be half elven, because though he looks very elven, there is a very near flush beard to his face, very short hair, entirely white.
Is this the man in the wizard? Okay.
And he's rubbing that tight beard on his face, and he says, "We will be challenged to undergo so much enchantment in such a brief period. But half of the diamonds have been assigned to the work, and the cauldron churns away at the materials. We would be well suited to complete the task on time, so long as we do retrieve all of our components, Lord Lashla, and so it should move to Asgon's specifications. Will we be reinforced by such a time?" And Lashla doesn't even speak. She just looks to her lieutenant as if this is a delegated task. And her lieutenant responds and says, and goodness, do I not remember this voice? So I'm just going with one in the moment. And if it's great, great. And she says, we have more than enough troops already. We have exceeded the required number present for the capital. 85% of our Yaslanian force is protracted, and we are assuming the majority of the Navy and by the end of the month. The aerial reinforcement is already in place. We should be more than ready. And Lashla just nods, and what the duration of scry is 10 minutes, Greta?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Let me double check.
Yeah, it is. I have it pulled up.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Lashla
Up to
just
10
nods and finally says, you see the slightest little smirk creep across one side of her face. Not arrogant or above, just like satisfied. And she just, Asgon will be pleased. I will prepare the update for my summons. You all are dismissed. And everyone just nods to her. The Lord Diamond guy just nods and then lifts up his hand. There is the slightest flurry of a very quick and intricate series of glyphs just from around his hand, and then he just begins lifting up off the ground and just walks but up and away into the air. The two guards carry away whatever the schematic. The fourth person is dismissed, and her lieutenant sort of remains by her side and looks around as Lashla sort of turns and looks up at the tower, you would assume. And as she looks up for a moment, she just sighs. You're looking at her, so you can't see what she's perceiving. But her lieutenant kind of turns to her and says, General, if I may ask, for what purpose are we doing all of this work? And then
Yes.
that smirk on her face just widens a little wider, and she just says, I don't know. And I look forward to finding out. And she starts walking toward the building. And as she walks forward, your vision expands just a little bit, and you can see huge swaths of Kefkin soldiers just moving by. And like what looks like sort of like in a marching order, like a whole section of an army moving by. And
They carrying stuff?
no, just this is an accompaniment who are armed or something, somebody doing around a large section. And very briefly, there's just a shadow goes by her from above, just followed by maybe 20 others.
Yeah, scary.
You hear heavy wing beats. The shape of the shadow vaguely reminds you of the griffin that she rode into the throne room. And it's about this time that your vision... And you watch her awkwardly walk for about a minute. Some soldiers follow. She's some distance away from the palace. So it's just a minute of fruitless walking, and then your vision sort of resolves. And you are back to your own mind on the deck. And for your allies who only barely saw everything in grain scale and whatnot, you can catch them up easily enough, and they
I
are
relay everything.
ever counted everything, because we're not going to sit here and role play that. That's so boring.
That's crazy. It's
Did-
like they're making I'm afraid they're gonna do mass sacrifice or something. It's so freaky what they're doing.
Did they say, did I hear correctly that she said a majority of the Navy will be back by the end of the month?
That was correct.
And aerial support. That's so spooky.
Interesting.
So I relay this to the group and I say, I don't know about y'all, but this seems like something that I would love to shake up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I just
I
don't
don't
know
like the look of
how
what
to
they're
do
doing.
it without getting completely slaughtered by the
Yeah.
army.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, killing her will shake things up no matter what.
Yeah. It's
I know
wild.
I know that we are very good at what we do, but I personally would love if we had a level of backup to match their backup. I'm not sure what that would look like, but I think it would be great if we could reach out to...
I can start getting some flyers together. We can start training our own army.
Put it next to our wanted flyers.
Hey, if you like this guy,
Wanted
come
fun
hang out.
guy army.
Join my army. Mikasa and Tsukasa.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I think we would get smushed if we tried to go
Oh yeah.
there.
Yeah, unless we did.
something.
I mean, we could try to sneak in as army ourselves and step in
sneak-
line with. No, I'm just kidding.
That sounds so scary.
I think
What
it's
if-
interesting that she doesn't even know.
Wait,
what
wait,
this
DM.
is for.
They don't
Yeah.
need to know. They're just following orders.
I know,
You've
but
been in the army
she's-
before, Ro?
No.
Bazz says this is zero military.
Back in my time.
DM.
Back in my day.
Black.
Can I do a retroactive insight check to see if she's lying?
Yes, you may. I will accept that.
Dang,
Wow, my
that's a
first
great
insight
use of
check.
the insight. That's crazy.
Again, I'm still feeling that. I'm feeling very merciful right now. I'm feeling the delicious food. I'm in a great mood.
That steak.
18.
Oh, Mike, I can't even describe how good that steak was. Seriously. Some of the best steak I've eaten all year. What'd you get,
That's good.
Greta?
18. I got an 18.
I
Sorry.
didn't listen to you.
He was still thinking about it.
Yeah, I got lost in the steak. You didn't even need
Sauce. Got lost in the
Um,
sauce.
So I guess I'm giving an opposed check with Lashla stats.
Ooh.
How would she do that without knowing?
Yeah, does someone do a deception
Work.
check if they don't know that they're
Greta,
watching?
you can tell. Well, I don't think I would take it as a deception check. But moving on from that.
She was
both
deceiving
terrible.
her lieutenant if she was saying no or yes.
That's true.
Actually, that would be a really good point. Thank you for that. Thank you for backing me up there,
Wow.
Jackie.
Good point.
That's
you.
But she rolled
Oh.
exploding butt pee. So, Greta, you can tell pretty clearly. Yes and no. Yes, she was lying, and no, she was not lying. Yes,
Okay.
she does know more than she was telling her lieutenant. So she does know a little bit about what this is about. So you can tell, Greta, she was telling the truth as she lied.
Yeah.
She does
Classy.
know a
Classy.
piece of what the Emperor is doing. She understands something about what's happening. So there's some knowledge and understanding there. That's part of what she's smiling about. But there is a central thing she doesn't like about their specific question. What all of this is for? No. But she does know
Interesting.
something.
Interesting. And Greta. Okay. Wow. Interesting.
Wow. Wow. I'm listening. You're welcome.
Greta relays this also, obviously.
Yeah. Do we
She was-
know? Do we know for
Um,
sure when Zach gets back? He can answer this. But just
I'm
to
never
refresh my
far,
memory,
It's like grabbing a snack.
is Asgon the Emperor?
Emperor Asgon is the Emperor of the
Okay,
entire
that's what I thought.
Keftin,
That's what I thought. Okay.
the most powerful individual in the world.
Would me or Craig know had ever heard of Lord Diamond? Us
Oh my!
Keftin
What a
kids.
stupid name.
Yeah, what a stupid
Sorry,
name.
Zach. Sorry, Zach. I mean, what a great name.
I
What a
mean, no.
gra-
Hey, characters in the world can be stupid. Greta, why don't you give me an intelligence check?
I love-
22.
You heard of what?
22.
Of course. Greta, you put together easily enough. At one point, he said the majority of the diamonds will be on this.
Right.
Lord
Yeah.
Diamond is not his name; it's a title. So
Still stupid.
Diamond must be representative of some part of his title, and so something about
That's
the
like-
military political structure of this nation must insinuate that he is. But the interesting thing is, you also heard them called General, Lord General. Lashla. So whatever this
Yeah.
diamond title is, whatever the full title, a diamond must be near par within their military political structure as a general somewhere in that hemisphere. So whoever he
weird.
is, he's one of the most important commanders in the Kefkin Empire. So that
Uh-oh.
diamond must be part of a title by which he was being referred in shorthand.
I think it's really impressive that we get so wrapped up in this world that we forget that it's made.
Oh, Micah, thank you. That was really sweet.
And so we diss something about it.
Yeah, because it feels like
Because
that's
we
dumb. It shouldn't exist
forget.
in the world.
We forget that, like, this is something
that's
that's
like-
made and it's not just, like, happening
Micah, thank
in real
you.
life.
That means a lot.
It's-
I really appreciate it.
it's
I work very hard on it.
it's
I
like-
really appreciate it.
It's
It
like when
works.
you're reading a good book and you're like, wow, this character is insufferable.
I hate
But
that
you know
character
it's a
because the
good-
book is good.
No. You know it's a good book because you can trust. It's like you trust that it's like the main character is bad and doing mean things, but you like trust that it's like that on purpose. You know what I
And
mean? Like
I
the
will-
point of the book is that the main
I will
character
say,
sucks.
I want to be clear. I am not in any way insulted by going, that name's so stupid. It kind of is.
Right,
They are a little bit pompous, and sometimes things are in the dumb in the world because I mean them to be. But actually, I will say that the full title is actually a little less stupid than it sounds in context. You just don't have the other half. But it's also not stupid. It's just when you hear the whole thing, you're like, I guess that makes a little sense. But it is a little stupid. It's both.
Appreciate that it's stupid. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think
Sometimes
it's
it's dumb.
good that it's
Sometimes
stupid.
autocratic dictatorial figures give themselves really stupid names
I was just thinking that it's like
because
really
they want to
fitting that
sound
that this group specifically has
diamond somewhere in their title is dumb. Yeah.
Lord Diamond.
It's giving
Yes.
Steven Universe, okay? I like it.
But you get the feeling that the diamond is probably not a name, but in the same way that they
Yes.
referred to Lashla as Lord General or something like that.
Lord General.
Yes, they are very full of themselves. But
They're scary.
so wait, the party go. And we'll end the session soon.
Yeah, I don't. Getting in and out of Kefk itself, if she's staying there, and for some reason, if they're bringing back all of their troops and everything for
Definitely shouldn't
whatever
fight her
this
there.
is, that means that they're all gonna be there.
I have a question. Can we do something horrendous to a certain degree that would draw her out of Kefkin? The Kefkin military place?
I don't know
if
what.
Do we know any
Sure,
family
Al-
members?
Yeah, maybe if we
Like-
killed Viscit and
Does she have any family?
Yes.
No.
Strategy check.
wow, that went.
You all saw her sister at the. You met her. You spoke with and were threatened by her sister, who checked you at the gates when you went to the capital in Telthanam. You know that her sister is a lieutenant in the military.
That would be.
Okay, I'm gonna
think
do an
that-
Arcana check.
We don't have to do anything to her sister, you guys.
But we
just have to
could
make
show
her
up at her
think
sister's
that we
door
are. If we make her
and say, "You
think that
come
we are.
here without anyone, or we do
Oh.
something
Yeah,
to your
Greta?
sister."
Oh, that's the math face. Her math face is so much like my pooping face.
That's so gross. Why would you
It's
say
so
Why
honest
would
and
you
vulnerable,
tell
but
us
it is.
this?
that? 32, okay?
Guys, I'm gonna say, I think it would be a bad idea to try and go after her right now. I think we are almost there, but I think it would be a little bit too much. I don't think it would be.
Yeah.
Did they say a
I
time
think-
limit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this,
when
by
this
the
is
end of the month.
finishing?
By the
By
end of
the end of
year,
the
we have
month?
to- By the end
We
of
could
the
always
year.
try and negotiate
No, not
for
for
more
what we're
time.
doing. For what they're doing.
Oh. They also mentioned the end of the month.
They said
They
the end of
mentioned
this
the
month,
Navy
though,
getting there. They
right?
said that the Navy would get there
Same
by the
thing.
end of the month.
All right.
I'm listening to
I
y'all.
think it's gonna get worse from here.
Yeah, they're obviously planning something big.
I mean, unless we did. Do you guys think she's arrogant enough?
No, I think
I
she's very
think-
smart.
No, I mean, like, I just don't know. I don't think she would give us the time of day if we did try to taunt her to pull her out.
Yeah, I
Here's
think
what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
Even if
that
we
it's
called her
gonna-
up and we're like, "Hey, we
All
want
right.
to fight."
Guys, can I present something
Yeah.
to y'all?
Yeah.
All right. So, I think it is possible for us to take her on with a very, very solid plan on a setting that's on our terms, right? I think it'd be possible to find that place, time, and setting. I feel like it would not be simple. I feel like we would have to do a lot of, interrogating Kefkin troops at different levels, trying to get information on her. We'd have to be figuring out more of their plan. We'd have to do like reconnaissance missions. There would be a lot of points where if we make one mistake, the whole thing would fall apart.
Yeah.
And we just kind of turned up the heat really high on looking out for us too. So I think trying to do an elaborate plan like that would be hard. And I don't know if it would be worth trying to do right now. I think you're right that it would be a lot more difficult at the end of the month. So I don't really know how to balance that, but I just kind of wanted to like present that to y'all as a thought.
I forgot my mic was on, sorry.
And we don't, I know we talked a little bit about this earlier, but we don't, like, it doesn't seem like we're, like, particularly beholden to this particular mission.
It would be, you'd be losing the favor of this person, Jupiter Yazlan, whatever that means to you.
That's
And then-
true.
Well, if that's important to you at all, maybe you don't care, but you'd be losing her favor, and you'd be losing the opportunity at 20,000 gold. But at the scale you are, kind of feels like that's about the only consequence. I mean, it's not that she can pose no threat to you, but if she really wants to get pissed and upset with you, she needs to get in line behind the Coven Crowns and the Kefkin Empire, and,
The Baba Yaga,
yeah, like,
Shista.
it doesn't feel, yes, exactly. It doesn't feel like, it does feel like it's
Did you say the Kraken?
you do not feel, you feel that this is the sort of thing that
Mr.
the
Krabs. I'm gonna call him Mr. Krabs from now on.
No, you have to respect him.
Okay,
I
sorry.
Why?
Sir, Mr. Krabs.
They're just,
Dr. Mr. Krabs? Is that?
yeah, that's okay.
You guys do feel like this is probably
Lord
not the thing
Mr.
you're the most beholden for.
Okay. We could also go the route of, like, I mean, this information would it might not be new, but it could be very valuable to Jupiter Yazlan. So we could.
I don't want to
share
give her
this
anything. She works for Good Charlotte, right? Screw them. Who cares? Let them. Oh no, never mind.
No, we just
Who's
met
she
her
work for?
close to when we met Good Charlotte. I think
I
she's
mean, she
autonomous.
she is within the infrastructure. She is actually, yes, she does work for Good Charlotte, but not.
I knew it.
Not. You are aware that much of the way the brass company is structured, there are like obligate members who are like that that Tabaxi lady you met. She works for Thymnon, but then there are plenty of people in Thymnon's employ who are just members of the brass company at large, who are just temporarily under him, and so she's probably in that category.
We could like request an extension. You know.
Hey, Professor.
Well, maybe it's worth.
Please.
Maybe it's worth talking to her and asking. Like, did we ever ask why she wanted to have this done by the end of the month?
You
think we
never
did.
asked.
Oh, I thought we did.
Nope. She just said get it done.
I think because at that time it was like 6 months away, so we were
That
like,
was a long
yes.
time ago.
it'll be like no problem.
Landon. Knocking on heaven's door. That's good. That's good. So what that party dee da do da dee da do do dee dee do do.
Yeah,
This way?
I don't know.
It'd
be easy enough if If she came knocking on our door, of course, it
I
would
don't
be
think
easy.
she's going to. After
If we were in
seeing-
this
No.
in our circumstance, it'd be way better.
It'd be
Seems
really
busy.
easy if she like.
She seems busy and like obviously looking at something.
I mean, who?
They're building a Death Star. What I think, and they're gonna sacrifice their whole army.
Zach-
Hey,
They're gonna
Alderaan was a
Stop it.
necessary sacrifice. They were
They're gonna
assisting the
sacrifice their
rebels.
whole
The
army
Empire did nothing
in
wrong.
order- No,
Throsh
they're
just
gonna sacrifice
Lives
their whole
out, lifts
army
out of the
for-
ground and starts circling
Death
Yallop
Star.
and just going.
They're making Death
Execute
Star.
Order
That would be
66.
terrible.
What's Order 66 to the Empire?
I don't even know. They don't.
They
have
can't
Jedi.
count that high, so it's
They don't
just
have
order.
Jedi.
I feel like Shista's the one putting together Order 66, all the zombies.
Abby, you got me with that one. That was so dumb. They can't even count that high. So that was
Oh,
great.
guys, I just had an idea. Why don't we sail to the Zorgrim Island and just do the well thing right now?
What?
The island with the well that's
No, we
corrupted?
know.
Let's go there right now.
That's not a vacation, Balls.
From the Helmspagober goes, that doesn't
And
feel like a
killing
vacation
killing
stop.
this lady would be? What are we?
I
What? We're going on
didn't
vacation?
say-
Well, you just
No,
said
I'm saying
sail,
we
and I
shouldn't
don't want to
sail
go there.
there.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
you did say sail.
You don't want to go
I
there?
am.
I don't want to sail to Zargrim. I'm Spagober.
Okay.
I'm Spagoo.
I don't want to go there.
I,
I mean, I will if you
Alright.
ask me to, but please don't make me. I mean, if you ask me to, I will, but please don't make me.
Do we know of another wellspring location?
why are we
Just
going?
I
go
would
drink
go
deep
there.
in the well.
Guys, I'm tired of water. I've had
Craig,
so
you
I
much
might
just
die.
water.
feel like
In your
I
mind,
just
Craig,
feel like-
you hear Old's voice go, I would like you to take me to the well springs, but please not that one. Specifically not that one.
Specifically not. I think I don't know. I just feel like we need to make moves somewhere.
Alright, Ro, call the
What
move.
about money
Call the
moves?
move, Ro.
No, I just mean like
Hello
moves.
just stands up very suddenly,
Moves.
pulls out a knife and goes, "Go they move, bro." And then he like gets down and like crouches out and looks out at the ocean. Got it. Go they move. Starts jabbing
No,
with
I
the air.
just mean like
We can hunt down the chicken pirate, see what happened, and then have to take the Zorgrim
No, I
knife
mean,
from
like,
us.
we have these several big enemies that we're on
could-
their hit list, they're on our hit list, and I just feel like we need to make a step in one of those directions.
Just
You
need
could
to-
scry on Captain KFC.
I guess I could
wanna
go into
scry.
his dreams and pretend to be a
I could do
fried
that.
bucket of chicken.
Could do
Captain
that.
KFC from the
I've
Zorgrim
had
pirates.
it before.
What if they're a Zorgrim ship now? Like, what if they're like sailing the seas to promote hate or something?
They're just they're not murdering anyone. They're just going around spreading prejudice. That's what it is.
Hilarious.
Oh man, I don't know, guys. I'm fine with whatever. I don't think we can make any awful moves. I just. we can
Okay,
go-
So every
well,
next move is a big
shifting-
scary fight.
Shifting gears here real quick as far as, okay, if we don't go after the Kefs,
we could just start hitting random outposts until they
I
send
mean,
someone to come get us.
I could call up, you know, and
No, I
Ro looks
don't.
off into the distance.
Okay.
Are you talking
Give
about the
them
king?
Insight. Not the king. He's not king right now, and he's like, I don't know, off trying to survive.
He's a short king, but he's not a king.
Heard.
What?
He's a short.
Shifting
you know, he's
gears.
Short king. Okay.
Bazz and Gretta, since you guys are kind of the ones that have to make this call, have you decided what you're doing about the you know? She makes herself. She like sticks out her finger.
The sassy face Abby gave you for the most Abby thing you've ever
What
done.
is
You
that?
described something by going, "Ah," and then Abby looked up like, I don't know what that means. As if that's not the only language Abby ever communicates with us in. Our barks, grumbles, squeals, and growls. Come on, dude.
Why don't
You
we
gotta
just
give
go
me
try
some
to-
credit. I use my hands a lot. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Heard.
Now,
I mean,
Why don't we go try to free that one kingdom from them? Why don't we just go kick the Kefs out of somewhere and see what happens?
that would definitely get Lashla and many other Kefkins sent.
which
Wait, okay,
ones?
I forgot
Lost
about
was
one
the
more.
They're all
herald. Okay, so if
leaving.
we wanted to do something crazy about her, like I mean, they are pulling away from places. They don't really care as much. They're in like the final like goal thing. I feel like they're no longer conquering. They got what they needed from conquering, and now they're going to plan 2. So maybe they wouldn't even care. I mean,
Maybe.
where is there a front that the Kefkins are actively at war now? There's nowhere. They're not conquering anywhere.
They're all retreating.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they're not even
pulled back.
conquering.
The whole Navy's going back this month. Like they're literally the
Right?
whole Navy's gonna be home.
Wait, I don't think it was the whole
Bro,
name.
Empire Kids. Can
yeah.
you guys both give me a history check?
Yeah.
Brick or brick act.
a history.
Why do you do that to me? Can I wait? I have a negative one.
17.
I know.
Shouldn't
buddy.
I have a little bit of proficiency in this because it's
Zach.
literally what I'm used to?
My
Zach, how much mirth are you feeling right now?
I wasn't feeling that much until you used the word mirth, and now quite a bit. What, Landon?
Can I make a really high history check just for funsies? Because I have a bad modifier, but it'd
Yes,
be really cool for
you
Bazz
may.
just to have a crazy.
You can hop in on this. Get in here, Bazz. And Micah,
All right.
Right
all
now,
right.
you get proficiency in history.
I got a one.
Proficiency is
I got a
plus-
nat one.
Excellent, Bazz. Bazz, as everyone's
That feels-
talking, oh man, you thought you were holding that fart in, but Bazz just goes like, and it's really bad. It's awful, in fact.
I got a 22.
Good berries
Oh,
don't go
what
through me
the
that well.
Craig
I got a
likes it.
17.
What the Craig?
Because I
Beat
don't have
Ro.
proficiency.
Ro doesn't remember, but Craig, you remember. In fact, as a Biostan, after the scourging, the history you had to learn about the Kefkin Empire that you hated to in school. The Kefkin military, earlier this year, when the attack by the Warriors of the Well, with the dragon apparently they brought,
Ooh.
was the first time the Kefkin military has ever permanently withdrawn from a front. They have never retracted. They have been defeated plenty of times, but they always return, always resume the front. And in fact, last year in 3487, when the military, actually that was the first time when they withdrew from Zedge. That was the first time, and then in Unsen. Those are the only two times ever. They have only ever pushed and pushed. Now they've lost plenty of battles, but they always come back to them. The Empire has never retracted like this ever before. This is the first time they have ever done that. The way that they have pulled troops from Home Cove, the way that they have completely left Unsen. No one took Lame Libre from them. They just left Lame Libre. They just left. They've never abandoned a territory like that, nor as they did in Zedge. So
Okay.
Bazz might be onto something in the terms of, dang it, yeah, got me. They might be onto something in the sense of like the usual things you might be able to do and antagonize them might not work because it feels like whatever's happening is something that's never happened with them before. They're the dominant force in all the northeastern hemisphere, and they're just retracting.
I have a theory.
If we gather all the nations and like Mountain Doom them, we could win.
Mountain Doom then?
Mountain Doom them. When all of the Lord of the Rings people came together and to attack Sauron, except the dwarves.
Do
The
the
dwarves
Doom.
did not.
Do the doom.
The dwarves did not do that.
Yeah, the dwarves.
But they were a little
didn't.
crazy. They didn't. They were
Oh,
they
boy.
nommed that.
I cast
They
Brawl
knobbed that
Blast
thing.
at the ninth level.
Oh, that sounds like a Taco Bell warlock.
Oh my goodness.
A Taco Bell
Warlock.
subclass. I feel like there's some evil entity attached to Taco
Actual
Bell with its
indigestion.
powers. Okay. We're just buying time now to keep from making a decision. So
Yes,
Yeah,
that
we
is what's
are.
happening right now.
Okay.
Wait, I have one more guy. We could go after the guy who set the box on fire and that hates Tello. We could get that guy.
The cow?
that
Okay,
guy's
no.
scarier.
Don't?
Guys, I have an
No.
idea.
Tello,
I
that's
don't
a
want to.
you.
I have.
The call is no.
Craig?
I think what
Pause.
Bazz was saying about how if we are going to go after Lashla, we need to like know our stuff and we need to do some further investigation. So I think what
we
would
have-
be really
Get him, Micah.
Go
Get him.
ahead.
Keep
Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
real quick.
Yeah. No, go.
No, sorry. But I think that like we need to start from an outside source and just kind of zero in. And you guys have the magical abilities to disguise self and could really play it off. It would
Tello,
be tricky.
Tello leans into Craig and goes, "You have magic too. You're also very magical.
Yeah, but Bro can't put on new clothes and new
But your magic
identity.
is still really good."
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm
I
Tello.
appreciate that. I can sense magic items, which is really,
Very tall.
really helpful. Yeah. Anyways,
We could. What if? I mean, we know quite a few people in the Kefkin
Guys!
Empire, right?
we
What?
should go to a tavern. Everybody knows stuff in taverns.
Yeah, let's just saunter back into that bar that I sing an anti-Kefkin war song at.
Sorry.
What if I walked in there as
About
Biscuit?
the law and the law one.
What if I walked in there as Biscuit?
Get out.
That'd be
No
fun.
way. We can't pull that off.
I could do it. I could do it for like.
Yeah,
I
your
could-
skin would crawl. You look in the mirror and then punch yourself.
Okay, what if I went in as that one dude? You guys kind of liked him. He was kind
Hate
of
that
friendly,
one
but I
dude.
didn't
Every
like
time
him.
you hear the name Bella Andra, you like audibly like retract. I feel like if you saw yourself in the mirror as Viscit, you just like scream and
Well, yeah, but I just won't look in a mirror. I think I could pull. Wait, I think I could pull it off. And she can't do disguise self right now because she already did it today. But can she try to talk like Viscit?
counterspell.
Can I do a performance
As-
check and
Yeah,
try to
you
talk
can,
like Viscit?
You can. As all of this is happening with your 20 passive perception, Ro and Greta, you hear Bilfrey and like lean over to Pluff and go, "Man, this is why they take so long to make decisions. They're not good at this." But then he's just like whispering it, not that good. What'd you get,
I got a 33.
Ro proceeds to do a pretty good biscuit. She is calm and
I could
deliberate
do-
with the accent.
I can.
I could do it.
Just take practice.
Or I could look like I could look like that one guy that was kind of friendly.
On
I'm that
on a
human dude,
completely
you know.
different subject. What is the the party do? I can't hear Abby.
In.
Can we just say that we continue game planning on the way to Zedge?
Okay. And does anyone have any other business they want to conduct in this episode?
I don't know. I
On
don't
that
know.
incredibly anticlimactic finish. That's the end of the session. So speak now or forever hold your peace. All right.
We
Okay,
don't have to
um,
live with that. I just don't think that we know what we're doing. We need to game plan a little bit
And
more.
that's okay.
the session.
0.02 levels for the session. 0.01 for the successful scry. I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool there, Brahim. Pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. And that is episode 146, Desultory Days, which I am no longer calling its previous title. That makes way more sense now.
We're
0.03 total.
13.668.
What?
No.
Zach, how many levels did you give us? I think it's 6.9.
0.03.
Yeah, 6.95.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Math's hard.
I'm sorry. I put it in the wrong place. I put my decimal in the wrong place. Okay.
Listener, life's an incredible adventure, and you're an important part of it. We're gonna go on a break, and then we're gonna do more D&D. Okay. Bye.
Bluey?
Get out.
Bye.